Hey, welcome everybody. Thank y'all for joining the live stream today. I see the NTZ is here. Thank y'all so much for what y'all do to make this a safe and respectable live stream. We got a lot to talk about today. I mean, a lot. Um, they're talking about 20,000 to 40,000 COVID cases by mid-January here. That's crazy, man. Just think that they had less than 300 cases back in November. I don't know where this thing is going. And uh, it's really confusing to me now. I've got my buddy Rudy with me today because Rudy, you become like a celebrity because so many people have asked me for your email. Have you been getting the emails from guys? Rudy? Well, can you hear me, Rudy?
Now I can.
Yeah, have you been getting a lot of emails from guys? I've been sending them your way.
No, I have not. I don't. I didn't see anyone coming yet.
Yeah, well, they will be. Carl Cockwell, he says, funny thing is, I've offered, well, wait, let's see. Okay, wait. He says, I met a lady that I'm talking to right now in the Philippines. Funny thing is, I've offered and she's not allowing me to send her money. Would you make sure the first lady I've ever experienced that from? Well, that's because of the unspoken agreement, Carl. You're going to spend all of that money that you're trying to send over here and more once you get here. So don't be fooled by that. A lot of guys are. Most women will never ask you for anything. It's already written in stone. What's up, Doug Carr? Beat your life. Yeah, they said 20 to 40,000, man. But they also saying that now there's almost 5 million people affected by Typhoon Odette. That's a lot of people, man. That's like the city of Chicago. That's how many people that is. Jacob Tanjay, what's up? He said, good morning and good evening to Brother Calvin and the Sunshine Crew. Jake T is in the house, man. I really appreciate you. That's Sammy PH. Either are you and Buck the same people? You almost are like Superman and Clark Kent. You're never in the same room at the same time. But what we're going to talk about today is the Philippines the end of the road, or is it a new beginning for you? And I'm kind of extending my video from yesterday. A lot of guys, I was talking to a guy last night by the name of Neil Stewart. He's going to be like the new expats coming over here. He's 42 now. And these guys they've got plans, man. And a lot of us, like me, I just ended up over here. But these guys are sharp, man. They're saving because a lot of people are under the impression that what I like to call the Philippine default retirement plan. When all else fails, just get a one-way ticket to the Philippines and everything's going to work out okay for you. Just put it all on automatic. But really, it's going to take a little bit more than that. Let's see. A guy had asked me about his K-1 visa. Of course, you got to get your woman her passport. Well, now, if you're trying to get a passport in one of these satellite offices, you have to be vaccinated. Unvaccinated people are unable to get into the Department of Foreign Affairs over here in the Philippines. if you're in a area that's on alert 3, which all of NCR, Metro Manila, is alert 3. And the problem is this. A lot of Filipinos, they're afraid to take the vaccine. They're hesitant about it. And that's what I was telling him. I said, hey, give it to your mother. She's got your mother's purse. Come here. I said, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why she can't get her passport. She doesn't want to get vaccinated. What's up, Harold Tio? I see where Hong Kong has banned some incoming flights. Now, these aren't just regular countries, man. This is saying something. Okay, here's the incoming flights that they banned. Australia, Canada, India, Philippines, Britain, and the United States. They're trying to tighten COVID restrictions. So that means, because I flew in from Chicago to Hong Kong, then to the Philippines. That's going to make it hard for you to get over here. But they've tightened. This Omicron is really causing a lot of problems. Even though people say, well, it's not that strong, but people are panicking over here about that. I was wrong about one thing, and I want to bring this out. The guy was talking about the Black Nazarene celebration. And I told him, I said, I thought that was during Holy Week, but it's not. It's actually January the 7th through January the 9th. And this is where millions of Filipinos, they come to Metro Manila and they're carrying around this black statue of Jesus. And every year that they do it, a few people are trampled to death. They're discouraging people from coming out to this year because of the Omicron. It's millions of people. Go on go on YouTube and look at that celebration. Hey, Dana, look, man. Me and you go around and round about this. That's because of you, brother. My channel, the times of my live streams have never changed. It's your time that's changed with that daylight saving time and all that. It doesn't affect the Philippines. My schedule is Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then me and John have our show on Friday. Always at 9:30 a.m. Philippine time. Our time doesn't change over here. So, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a daylight savings time. All you have to do is find out how the Philippine time coincides with your time. I can't see you. I can't see you. She's going in front of the camera and acting like being hesitant. I can't see her. That's behind the camera. But yeah, Dana, I'm not going to go around and around with you, man. This is, it's real simple. If it's 9:30 Philippine time, if you're in Dallas, I guess it would be 7:30 p.m. your time, if I'm not mistaken. Rudy, what is your retirement plan? Do you have a retirement plan?
Yeah.
What is
you
it?
call this? I'm 57. In 10 years, I retire.
So what is the plan, though? Yeah, we know.
What you call this? I have land. I have my retirement plan. I'm gonna retire there with land and house and everything else. While my son is already in college, and my ex-wife is paying for his education, he can come visit me. Everything will be moved over there. I will transfer the house and everything else to him and my niece, and then I will just strictly retire there completely.
Victor Payne says, what about a woman who does not answer questions on their online profile? Blank. Is that a red flag? Oh, no. Not really. A lot of we don't read that stuff anyway. All we're looking at is the picture. Did you read the profile of your woman, Rudy?
Yeah, I did, and it just says that she's looking for the right person, and what you
Yeah, I
call
mean,
this.
I mean all that other stuff where it says religion and all that. Does that really matter to you?
No, not really, because my mother and my father. My mother was a Catholic and my father was a Christian, so it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So well, they can if they can get together. I mean, I can get together with anybody else and so forth like that.
What's important to you about a woman? Is looks the most important thing, Rudy, to you?
No, no, just as long as she's understanding and what you call this, very what you might call agreeable with me and everything that we do. We just as long as we stay together and she stays with me, then that's okay with me because I can support, as you know. So all
Yeah.
she has to do is support me.
So what's more important? Is it trust or is it love? And this is the
Does it
question that I'm
what?
asking to the
Okay,
guys watching too. What's more
okay.
important? Is it trust or love?
With love you have trust already, you're going to have trust, but if you
Well,
trust
not
first
really.
and love later, if you trust first and love later, it's not gonna sometimes the love won't come in.
Well, you got to trust somebody to love them, Rudy. You got to trust
Yes, you
them first.
do, but then
Yeah.
if but love trumps them all, because if once you start to love, then the trust and honesty and comes in, don't you think?
No, no. But I'm saying, what's more important, trust or love?
Oh, you could trust
Because
because
you can be
once
in love with somebody and don't
yeah,
trust them. You can be in love with somebody and don't trust them.
that's true, but
Malibu King says, "Hi, Calvin. Is there any situation where you would get married and bring your family?" Absolutely not, man. I'm done with the United States. I gave them 55 years. Now, will I move somewhere else? I don't know, but I'm done with the United States. I'm coming there on vacation only. Okay, I'm not giving up my citizenship or nothing like that, but the life that I have to live in the United States is too stressful for me. I want my extra couple of years that I'm going to get by living outside of the matrix, man. I jumped out of that box, Malibu Ken, and I'm never getting back in. And I can say never on that. Um, but I am going back this year to visit my kids and my grandkids. Hey, Jeffrey Chatter, what's going on? He said the new variant, I who, discovered in France. Oh, man. Really? This is starting to get retarded. What's up, Ron Bizzle? I saw you on here. Dana Milson said, uh, the
hey
Philippines has
Calvin,
been part two for me.
Calvin, can I make a shout out to my friend Bobby in
Yeah,
Davao?
go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Hey, yeah, Bobby. What you call it? Shout out to you, bro. What you call it? Thanks for most of the advice that you've given me, and what you call this? Have fun in Davao. Hopefully, when I get there in the Philippines, I'll be with you, and we can have fun with Robert and also with Michael.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about Bobby. You're talking about Texas to Zoid.
Yeah, that's it. That's that.
I don't know why he doesn't come on here anymore. I don't hardly see him on here anymore. I don't know why. Oh, okay. John Gomez said, I'm confused, Calvin. I'm trying to figure out where you live. Is it San Carlos City or General Santos City? No, it's San Carlos City. It's in Negros Occidental, about 4 hours north of Dumaguete. Now, General Santos is down south. It's southern Mindanao. I've been there before. That's where Pacquiao's from. One of my favorite places is Glen, Sarangani province. It's the southernmost tip of the Philippines. But yeah, I'm far from there. But if you go to General Santos, you're going to be fine. What part of the Philippines are you from, Rudy?
What you call this? My mother is from
No,
Bacoor,
you.
Cavite.
I said
Oh,
you.
me? No, because of the fact that my mother and my father are two different areas. I usually go to Bacoor, Cavite because of the fact that I stay there with my relatives and so forth when I visit. But most of the time, I stay in what you call this, near MOA, or even in what you call this, McKinley Hills, because it's the
Oh,
closest
okay.
one to St. Luke's hospital.
Now, what does that house look like here? Is it a real nice house?
Their house, my mother's place, what she calls, they actually destroyed the old version of the house because the house was all made out of wood, 2 stories tall. So now they made it all cement and so forth. Like 1 story but high because of the fact that it floods in the area. So the water comes in at about in the morning and then goes back out by 11 or 12. So it gets pretty high.
Yeah.
So they made it high. What you call this? So that the water won't go inside the house.
Yeah. So what would you say they spent on that house, Rudy? And the reason I ask because a lot of men always tell me, "Well, my girlfriend, she's got her own house over here," and I'm thinking that's not saying a whole lot,
The the
really.
original house, the original house cost what you call this, about 100 to 200,000 pesos because the
Yeah.
conversion rate at the time was only 7 to 1, right?
Wow.
But now, yeah, way back when. But the recent house that they built was, I think, because it's in the province, probably they spent about 700,000 only. That's about it.
Pesos, right?
Pesos. That's correct.
Yeah. So that's about 12 to 14,000 US dollars.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Filipino Raquel TV. I think you changed your name, right? She said I shared you out to my community. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go back to Victor Payne. He said there are direct flights from the U.S. to the Philippines. Absolutely, most of them are out west, San Francisco, L.A., uh, but not from Chicago. There's no straight flight. Uh, Door 14 said General Santos is a no-go zone. Absolutely not. I mean, I know that they'll probably anywhere in Mindanao is supposed to be a no-go zone. If you look at the United States government, listen to them. But remember, Mindanao is a vast. It's the second largest island in the Philippines. I mean, it's vast, and uh, it's not. I've been there, man. And I'm talking about. I didn't just go there and leave. We stayed there for a while, and also down in the Serengeti province. Now, North Cotabato, which is Cotabato is right outside of General Santos. I would say 45 minutes to an hour. South Cotabato is okay, but North Cotabato, yeah, that's a no-go zone. But General Santos, you're not gonna have a problem there. That's expat alley. That's like an urban city. They got the big malls, they got the fast internet, they got everything. Uh, I wouldn't I wouldn't bypass that. If my girlfriend lived in uh, General Santos, I wouldn't have a problem flying in there. I've flown into General Santos before. Yeah, that's right, Steve Burns. He said if Dana's a subscriber, he can be notified from YouTube. That's right. Cut your notification bell on, Dana. Gary Walker said, "Quit it, Dana. Just use your damn head, dude." That's funny. Y'all guys are crazy. Uh, hey, Timothy Hall said, "Happy New Year." Happy New Year, brother. Mr. Vega said, "Calvin, I don't mind if the Philippines is the end of the road for me. I'm 58 and retired. So once I get there, I plan to live until I die rather than in the U.S. where no one would care if I'm gone." Yeah, when I'm talking about the end of the road, Mr. Vegas, and I didn't elaborate on this, I meant, you know, people have the impression that only crusty, over the hill guys, losers, come to the Philippines because this is the only other place that will accept us. See, that's when I talk about the end of the road. that, you know, when all else fails, just get a one-way ticket to the Philippines and your life's going to work out just fine. But it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit different than that. But they want you to think this is the end of the road. Like you can't make it anywhere else but the Philippines. Pooh Bear, what's going on? He says, hey, Cal, was watching Roger and Ismail's channel, and a lot of people she interviewed about black men in the Philippines said they think you was a real nice person. Represent my brother. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to go back and watch that video. Their content is getting a lot more interesting. I gave them some pointers. See, I don't have a Ishmael on my channel, because if I did, I'd probably have 50,000 subscribers by now. But yeah, man, you know, a lot of people over here in 2021, believe it or not, have never met a foreigner in person before, let alone a black man. They're only going by what they see and what they hear on television and social media and stuff. So, you know, you're going to, you know, turn the tide one way or the other. You're going to either be the person that they expect you to be, or you're going to be somebody else. And I'm just somebody else. They never imagined meeting a black man like me. They thought I was going to be, because I'm going to tell you what's so crazy. Every woman that I've dealt with over here, her friends are always saying, oh, is he mean? Does he treat you? Does he mistreat you? You know, I don't know where they get that from. Hey, don't make me roll out of it. Thank you for that super chat. He says, shout out Calvin and the Sunshine Shoulders team. Now, don't make me roll out of it. If I'm not mistaken, he was in a wheelchair when he came over here. He said he didn't have any problems with women or anything. So, because I get a lot of questions about, is the Philippines wheelchair ready? How wheelchair ready was the Philippines in your estimate? Don't make me roll out of it. Hey, Major Tracy, Calvin, good to see you back online at home, bro. See, that's the good thing about having the woman that I got. She made this happen. She got on the phone and said, hey, look, we're paying this money every month. She knew what buttons to push. Otherwise, if I'd have had some little young, sweet-looking thing, I'd still be in the dark. But that's why I love Marilyn. She knows how to get things done over here. And that's the type of woman I need. You know, I need somebody who can get things done.
Hey, Cal.
Yeah.
Well, what you call this? Why don't you put Texas Tisoy online? Is he able to go?
Yeah, send him the link.
Okay, hold on. I'll do it.
But yeah, John, I'm talking about the end of the road when they say this is the best you can do. You can't go anywhere else. You know, you're washed up. You're over the hill. You're a crusty old man, and your retirement plan, your default retirement plan is a one-way ticket to the Philippines. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying the end of the road. Hey, Wiley Heaton, also known as Chris. He says, I'm done. He said, I'm done too. As soon as I can get out, I'm out. I agree with Calvin. Yeah, I'm done with. I was talking to Neil last night, and it's crazy how much money defines a person in the United States, man. That's not me anymore. I'm sorry, man. Hey, Samuel Shelton, thanks for that super sticker. Yeah, some of the most grimy people in America, man, we hold them in high esteem because they have money. I mean, we put up with a whole lot from people because they're rich or whatever and got money, man, you know. But I'm not going to let that define me anymore. Hey, Percy Ramsey, he said, Happy New Year, Calvin and subscribers. Happy New Year, brother. Major Trey says, I think the borders will open for tourists after the election. I hope so, man. Remember the Philippines was opening up for tourists in December to this Omicron. So evidently they're afraid of Omicron. So they're going to, that's probably going to keep them from opening anytime soon. Now, I got something on that. Remember the lady that came here and skipped quarantine and infected all those people? Well, now the
Yeah.
Philippine police, they're coming out and they're saying, this isn't the first time. And I knew it wasn't. They just got caught. Imagine how many people have been getting away with that. She got caught. But now they're going to start filing criminal charges against people who skip quarantine. A fine of $1,000 or 6 months in jail or both. Duterte said he's going to set an example. So this lady's probably going to face charges over here, I'm sure, because they just caught another Filipino coming over from America who did the same thing. They paid that money and then showed up on the 5th day to get swabbed. But if 2 people did it, 2,000 did it over here. What's this? Gemalyn Bellamino says, good morning. Good morning. Hillbilly Pyro 2.0 says, I don't know anymore. I see COVID numbers go up every day around here. They've skyrocketed here now, and it's because of this Omicron. Yeah, Harold Chill says, LAX fly nonstop, Philippine Airlines. Yeah, that's usually where Manny Pacquiao catches his flights. There's Texas to Zoe. Where you been, man? You done just cut me off.
Well.
What's going on?
I hear a lot of background noise.
That's Rudy.
Well,
Rudy,
the one thing I want to.
Rudy's got his phone and his computer on. See, that's Rudy with that double stuff.
Yeah, turn your phone off, Rudy. Phone off. Yeah. Mine is off.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of mine is off.
Yeah, see, I'm out too.
Honey, come say hello.
That's Rudy.
Say hello to everybody. You about to go back? Yeah, you close the window. Yeah. Yeah, just saying hello to people and see what's up. Hey, but anyways, I just wanted to get some things out of the way real quick. I know you guys near there have been devastated by the storm.
Go ahead. That's Rudy. Wait. Let me.
Yeah. And so we want you to know that our hearts go to you guys and hopefully a speedy recovery. And so we want you to know that our hearts go to you guys and hopefully a speedy recovery.
I don't understand. It's not on, is it? It's off. Yeah. You're not watching my live.
So what is up? What's up, Rudy?
What's
up,
Rudy?
Calvin?
Hey, Rudy. Evidently,
yeah,
that's coming from you, Texas.
What's up, Rudy? What's up, Calvin?
See, because we're getting that delay.
Delayed.
That's coming from you, Texas. Let me see. Wait. Yeah, that's you, Texas, Zoe. Because when I delete, when I mute you, I can't hear the delay anymore.
No delay no more?
No, I said when I mute you, I can't hear it anymore. See, look, I'm muting him. See, I can't hear it anymore. That's on your end. But that's okay. Go ahead. Close out your YouTube window. Close out your YouTube window.
How about that?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was. You can't have
That's what it
YouTube
was. So it
and
was yeah, the YouTube window was closed. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that I want you to know, you know what I'm saying, that uh see, this is a face of a man right here. Okay, this is a face of a man right here. But due to certain circumstances, things might have been said that was truly coming from within because of certain uh, 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 you know portrayal of emotions and everything. And what I'm saying is that a real man will say he is wrong for uh, uh, either displaying uh, words of malice. And I'm want to let you know that, you know what I'm saying, that I still see the work that you're doing. The work part is a good part, but what I'm saying is I want you to know that I do watch the show among the other shows that are on here on a weekly basis. And so I see that you guys are doing stuff there still, and it's still affecting a lot of good people for the good. Uh, but as far as uh, on my end, yeah, those are the things that I was able to mention in the past because of how I felt. Okay, so on here live, the repetitive uh, destructive words that I was using towards. But see, if you notice, Calvin, it was never your channel; it was you specific. You feel me? I've never met you in real life, so I have no room to say those things. And this is an official statement from me. This is live right here. I'm in Davao, you in San Carlos. We're in the Philippines, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, uh, I see a lot of new faces here. You know what I'm saying?
14 says troll alert. Who's that?
Yeah, I can't
Okay,
see no
got it, got
comments.
it. He's saying, "What are you talking about, Texas is Roy? Does
Yeah,
anybody know?"
it looks like some kind of Russian words. Uh, yeah.
Yeah. He says, "What are you talking about, Texas is Roy?" He doesn't understand.
No, no. What I'm saying, that the main thing that I had an issue with, and me, Calvin never responded to my heinous comments and everything. I called Calvin a Donald Trump for building that safety wall, but I want to reiterate and correct myself that over here in the Philippines, it's not necessarily a safety thing, though you do want to keep people out. It's more like a home addition, and it not only adds value to the house, it does enhance the features of the house. It's quite popular here, and so I'm wrong for that. And I did say, see, but I'm not denying anything, bro. I
Yeah,
thought
but
I
that don't
called his
bother me, man,
I
because you
called his
called me a
motherfucking
Donald
ass the
Trump.
damn black Donald Trump. I said that, and I'm wrong for that. Just like Calvin the other day called damn Rudy big head, and I feel like we need to get back into the positive path and quit destructively bringing down each other and work together, man.
Oh yeah, but we don't take ourselves that serious, man. We're
Yeah,
in retirement. We're living in paradise over here, man. A lot of that
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
it just rolls off my back, really, man. Rudy especially, he knows we're having fun. He
Yeah,
don't have a problem
but
with that.
like I said, just like when I told you that, like just like what I told you, what the genuine feeling that I told you about, as far as you doing some good job, and it's still obviously documented. I mean that, and I will say, and I've said this about a month ago, that Rudy is also holding it down on his own as well, because with his recent headache of his son traveling and everything, but he is home safe. But again, we didn't got to worry about stuff like that, man. We're over here and everything, and when we're very fortunate to be here, like you said, it's warm weather, 85 degrees every day outside. So, bro, I'm washing my hands, man. Fuck all that drama bullshit. All right, I want you, but I'm saying it on her live, bro. I want to say it on her live to show you that, bro.
Yeah,
This
but I
is
don't I don't.
right here.
I've never had a problem with you though, or anybody.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know I don't know where all this is coming from. It's a shock to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I
You
don't know
know,
where you're coming
but
from.
like I said, it's to clarify things. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And but like I said, the main motivation behind it, the catalyst was I was wondering why uh, the action of being exiled was presented to me. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever, I want to make it official. Is what I'm saying, bro. For whatever you know. And I'm supposed to not say any bad words, but every now and then you guys even slip. But what I'm saying is that to reiterate, whatever the hell happens, you see what I'm saying? Whatever the hell happens, I'm here. You feel me? I'm here. If I can dish it out, I
Welcome
can
back.
take it, bro. Right?
Welcome back, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I
Brittany
could, you know
did
what I
say,
mean?
Calvin, you're doing a great service for us in America.
Yeah.
Who are planning our exit strategies to come to the fields and eventually live. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. I was talking to a guy last night, Neil Stewart. He's going to be like the new face of the expats coming over here, man. These guys are, they've got plans, man. They really got it together. It wasn't like me. I just got on a plane and came over here, and eventually things start falling together for me. I wouldn't suggest that to anybody. Because people are saying that, oh, you know, this is the end of the road for us, that we can't make it anywhere else. But that's not true. You know, they're saying that all else fails, just get a one-way ticket to the Philippines. Ishmael Marsh says, Calvin, Philippines is only paradise until the person runs out of money. Philippines is the last place you want to go broke in. Well, give us some context on that then. What are you talking about? I don't want to go broke anywhere, really, to be honest with you. If you come over here in the Philippines, my suggestion is to have some type of passive income. If you're not a millionaire,
Yeah.
you have some type of money coming in every month. Otherwise,
Yeah.
why would you be 8,000 miles from home?
Yeah. If that monthly income ain't solid, man, this is I mean, although you can live here at a smaller amount, you need some kind of a steady stream of flow of income, bro. It's still a
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wouldn't come over
yeah,
here.
it's still a requirement here. Uh, my household we operate multiple, so about $1,500 a month is about right. But obviously, I transfer more than that. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
I took care of 6 people on
yeah,
1,500 a month.
yeah.
I know it's enough. Thank you, Wiley Heaton, for that super sticker.
Tatay,
But
it's
some
clear there.
people seem to think
What's
that
about that?
you can't make it on $1,500 a month here. That's why I did the video. The $3,000 budget is a myth. That's a myth, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Half the expats, American expats anyway, would not be here if you needed $3,000 a month to make it here. Why would you come to the Philippines? Hell, I'd stay at home. If I needed 3,000 a month here, I wouldn't go somewhere else. I mean, it's just not true, man. And so I had to give my take on that. If you're a single man over here and you have $1,000 a month coming in every single month, you can make it happen over here under no circumstance. I mean, under any circumstances, by the way. That's just what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I mean, and you won't skip a beat on that either. I
Yeah, it
tried
takes a little.
before with a nice piece of money, but it never lasted longer than 3 months. I was back home, you know. So yeah, if you come over here, man, have a stream of income coming in every month. Geechee Lion says, right now I don't have 3,000 income a month passive. You don't need that over here. When I made the video of foreigners rich in the Philippines, you'll be shocked. I was just telling you what the Philippine Statistic Authority calls rich. They said
Yeah.
if you're spending $3,800 US or more a month in the Philippines, you're
Yeah.
considered rich. I wasn't saying you need 3,800 to come over here.
You
No.
just consider, yeah. The notion that this place is, a third world country, broke and everything. No, there's a lot of people who have a lot of money over here, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
certainly, yeah, but you certainly don't have to live like that to be comfortable and everything. Uh, and certain neighbor, but let's all, like I said, I don't know what's going on in San Carlos and everything, but over here in Davao, like I said, at least being a third largest city in the Philippines, we only pay 9 pesos per kilowatt of electric over here, among the cheapest in the country. So that helps a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it helps a lot. If anybody thinks that your living expenses, because John made a great point with this, are not going to be lower over here than in your home country, then you're smoking something. Your living expenses are going to be very low over here. Now, what about your lifestyle? See, that's the thing that you have to put into that equation. Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you use drugs? Do you chase women? What do you do that's going to bump that way up there? And that's the question you have to ask yourself. But at the end of the day, if I'm a single man and I'm in America right now and my Social Security or my disability is anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200, and I'm skeptical about coming over here, I'd come on
Yeah.
over here. You can
Yeah.
always
And
go
right
back
now,
home.
yeah, and right now the dollar is doing very good over here right now. It's about 51 and some change, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
RC and Jack says, do you want to add that to the list? Well, that's in my case, that's $80 a month right
Yeah.
now. I mean, that's not a
Yeah.
whole lot, you know,
Yeah.
and you really don't need a maid, to be honest with you. But I would say this. I would say time is money. So that $80 is going to be well spent because now you don't have to, when you get up in the morning, you just get up. She's already got the hot water going for my coffee. So that's less time I've got to deal with. She's already cleaning up, making a bed. I don't have to do that. I just got to get up, take my shower, put on my clothes, and leave. So yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, it's 51 right now. That's a damn good exchange rate, by the way.
Yeah, anything above 50 is pretty good. I got a neighbor that's from England, man. He's a hydraulic engineer, and he has that euro, Calvin. So, I mean, them euros right now kicking up, 69, 70 pesos per
Yeah,
per one. So they're up there.
yeah. I was in
Yeah,
the
now it's a sad reality because he belongs to my flying field and my racetrack, and like I told you, he works as a oil engineer, hydraulic engineer, and he's stuck in Angola, Africa. It's been put on the red list, so he can't come home here to that Davao.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
deal.
So
Let's deal with this guy right here. He said you
yeah,
foreigners living in my mother country, taking advantage of our country, and making a living with your USA money. I don't think that's right. Well, you talk to the government. We didn't make the rules the money maker, and I guarantee you this country's a whole lot better. And by the way, there's Filipinos all over the world, by the way,
yeah,
taking
yeah,
advantage, taking
yeah.
advantage of our mother countries.
Oh, they're
Okay,
playing them in
so
America, bro. They're
come
playing
on
them in
here with that
America for
foolishness,
real.
man. You a
Yeah,
clown, and I didn't need to get rid of you because you don't know what you're talking about. 10% of Filipinos are working overseas in another country, by the way. They're welcome there. Filipinos welcome us here. I mean, but that's your opinion, and you have the right to your opinion. It's none of my business what you think. But
yeah.
you're wrong about that. Your mother country. So where are you then? If that's your mother country, then you're somewhere else taking advantage of
Yeah,
that
he's
country.
probably
So
he
shut
may
the
be in
fuck up,
America
man.
for all we know, getting
Shut the
paid
fuck
40
up.
bucks an hour as a medical personnel. We don't know that.
Yeah. He says, yeah, stop
Yeah,
coming to ours for our dollars, hypocrite. Yeah, this is a guy. This is obviously a troll. I guarantee you that.
Hey Calvin, I
Uh,
just want to make a shout out, man. If it's all right, everything, over there as far as what I'm seeing on the comments and everything. I see some familiar faces. I want to give a shout out to Robert. You know what I mean? He's been here for a minute now. You know what I'm talking about? And he's been
Robert who?
Jacob Chandi from Houston, just like I am, bro. So he's Beach of Life still on here. You know what I'm saying? And so these are the familiar faces right here, and it's good to see them here, bro.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, they've been here, man. We got a good community, man. Every now and then you'll get a troll or two, but he's right. He said clowns are a good balance in the in the chat. Until they start attacking people, I can deal with somebody's opinion, but when they start attacking, that's something else. You got to get rid of them, man. You know, uh, it is. I mean, he's a troll, Harold Tio. Anybody that comes on here and makes a statement like that, he's a troll, guys. Anybody in their right mind wouldn't do that.
He's asking what part of Houston. I come from 290 and Bellway 8 area.
Michael says, I'm in Thailand, Patong Beach, waiting on the Philippines to open up. That's a good place to wait. And I suggest to anybody, man, don't wait on this place to open. The earth is approximately 197 million square miles. About 58 million square miles of that is land. There's so many places you could be right now. Instead, I wouldn't be twiddling my thumbs, man. Go to Mexico, go to Brazil, Colombia, a lot of places, man. Now, he didn't say taking advantage of his women. Don't put in words in his mouth.
Okay. Hempstead, yeah,
They're
yeah.
taking advantage of us. I said it a long time ago. You have to understand something. If you really want to know how much you got in common with your Filipino girlfriend, hang out for a day with a Filipino man. And you're going to see it's very, very little. Over time, yeah, you're going to start having some things in common as you learn more about her. But the Filipino man, the Filipino woman, they're the same thing. They come out of the same environment. She just got a pussy and he don't. I'm sorry. That's what it is. She can leverage that to get to where she's trying to go. He can't. So, he knows, don't put in words in his mouth. He knows exactly what he was doing. Michael said I was in Cancun for a month. I love
Yeah, that
Cancun.
Derek Casaneras, man, used to live in Katy and Galleria. That's that money area, bro, of Houston. Yeah. Fuck
What
yeah.
about West Houston?
Yeah. No, but I left Houston about, Calvin, you know this, and Rudy knows this. I've left there 2018. I've never gone back, but I did keep my residence there. So I have an address when we go visit there. They don't, it's not that big of a deal at a port.
Hey, Robert Jones, thanks for the super chat. He says, because of you upstanding gentlemen and Filipinos is why I tune in and support. You guys help me understand what happens, how it happens, and what I have to do to make it happen over there. Yeah, it's a little bit more than just showing up over here. Is that right, Texas? It's
Yeah,
not that.
it is. Yeah, just showing up and everything and doing your research and all of that back home. It does make a difference. But to physically be here and explore on your own is the best for me. And I've already told Robert Jones, what I'm saying, as soon as touchdown and Davao, I'm picking him up. I'll take him wherever he needs to go, bro. I'll take him wherever he needs to go, and that's that way. He can navigate the area and get familiar with the area, and it'd be good to go, and he can definitely find his way around and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Doug Washington Bound says my Filipino mother-in-law is waiting to come home to the Philippines. How long do you have to quarantine? It's 5 days. And they're gonna make sure she's gonna quarantine now because these people over here they got caught in this scam that they were running over here, where they were able to pay up in the hotel, skip the quarantine, and just show up on the 5th day and take the swab test. That got caught. And some guy sent me a link, guys, and I sent it to Rudy. Rudy and some other guy, some other vlogger over here, they did a whole interview about me. And I was like, well, what kind of foolishness is that? Who, and he got a lot of views on it. I'm like, because one guy was like, one of the trolls said that I was trying to earn a living on the backs of the Filipino people. And of course, everybody knows that's not wrong. And I was like, okay, so it's okay for people to earn a living on my back. I mean, videos out there about Sunshine Shoulders, but
How you turn it up? The bottom right here. How you turn it up?
just kind of tripped me out. Rudy, what was that all about? That interview?
Because I can't hardly hear him, right? How you turn it up?
No, the interview was about.
By the way, you didn't tell me you were going to do it. You didn't.
No, I did. I told you I was going to do it with Jay.
You never asked
You've been
me
over here.
that.
Look. How you hook it up?
I told you I was going to do an interview with Jay Hidoshi and about you and so forth like that. And I said, what you call this? That I'm with Calvin. I was going to do I'm on his panel and so forth like that. So he didn't say anything bad and so forth for the interview.
No,
He just said,
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that your whole interview, the whole video was about me.
yeah, well, no, really, the video was more than you. It was about also me and so forth. But he had to break it down into two different because the interview was so long. He had to do it twice.
So the title of the video was Sunshine Shoulders, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't Rudy, the Bitcoin King, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, that's true. But
okay, thank you.
When he interviewed me, it was about me and also you.
I know, but I'm saying he put Sunshine Shoulders in the title. He didn't put Rudy in the title. Hey, Barry Carey said Davao seems one of the safest cities in the Philippines and cheaper than Cebu and Manila. I stayed in Davao, but Texas is always the one to talk to about that. How cheap is it there, Texas?
You know, it really depends on the area, but for the most part,
we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
How about now?
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that it really depends on what area. Obviously, near downtown is going to be a little bit higher, but a typical subdivision here in Davao, you're looking at about 5 minutes away from the city, downtown, or whatever. A typical 3-bedroom house, man, is less than $200 a month, bro. Okay, electric is about 4,000 pesos at the most a month. Water is 200 pesos. Cable bill is 400 pesos. So about everything about $300 a month. You get to a nice place, man. A house, not an apartment, not a squatter, a gated community, bro. A gated subdivision for about $300 a month, all in. But see, we're not talking about including food, your transportation. If you have a car, that's fuel. The little outings you're gonna do. Remember over here, it's not like in America. In America, you go to a mall, it's empty, bro. Over here, malls are always full. So it's one of the places to go see. And if you want to have a little outing with your better half or your family or whatever, you're gonna spend a little bit of money. You know what I mean? But on the most part, it's still gonna be about a fourth or a fifth less, or 1/5 of the cost of what it is back home. You know what I mean? Hey, you can't go to the movies in America anymore for less than $100 a typical weekend. And so you're still gonna get a lot for your money, a lot of bang for your buck over here. Yeah.
Kona Ranger says, Calvin, do you like Davao better than Cebu? No, I like Cebu. I like both of them, but Cebu is like a metropolis. Davao is a big city land-wise, but it's not. You can't go downtown and see these big high-rise buildings like you can in Cebu. Cebu is like would be like some parts of Cebu would be like being in Chicago or LA or somewhere like that. Davao's a big place. It's in the expat alley. You're not going to skip a beat there, but they're totally different. but I would, if I had my choice, I would take Cebu only because I know more about Cebu than Davao. Now, Texas Zoe may be opposite. He may take. Have you lived anywhere else, Texas, besides Davao? Texas to Zoe. You, hey, you muted yourself. He muted
Now,
himself. Okay, now you're back.
about
Have you lived anywhere other than Davao?
yeah, I've in certain places, uh, like
No.
General
Have you
Santos.
lived? Have you lived anywhere else other than Davao?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another city. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've lived 3 hours south of here uh, for about a year. Uh, but as far as the other two big ones, Manila and Cebu, I've never lived there, and what
Yeah,
it takes to live there. I'm not familiar with. I've only transited through those places. Uh, but even the smaller town, which is General Santos, south of here, it was over there. It was even the electric price was almost double than what it is here in Davao, and
yeah,
certainly a
and
hotter place.
They're not that far apart because I rode a bus from General Santos to Davao one
Yeah,
time.
about 3 4 hours away.
Yeah, it's about 3.5 hours away.
It's like between, I think, a little bit further than between you and Cebu. A little further than that.
Okay, Rudy, they got a question for you. Bush
Okay.
says, "What about cryptocurrency? Is it accepted? Is it even considered in the legislature of Philippines?"
Okay. Okay. This is there's a like I said, there's if you were going to consider that in the Philippines, all the coins are prevalent and so forth. The main coin, specifically BCH, which is Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, even of course Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's a little app that, like I said, that I send my relatives and my girlfriend on. Is that I send her through coins.ph, and then she converts those Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other coins that I send her, all the way from what you might call that specific coin to either Gcash or pesos, and then you can use it to pay bills, loans, and everything else that you might want to do with it.
Okay, Texas, they got a question for you. He says, Orchid King said, "What's going on, Calvin?" Question to Texas. Just today, I was looking at Devile. I seen a $600 a month for a 3 bedroom house. Is that too high? He said the place is near the medical center.
Uh, so the medical center that he's probably referring to is probably near what you call the place called the facility called Davao Dock. That is in the Obrero area, and just like any downtown, areas of any major city, it's going to be a little bit higher there, obviously. But $600 a month is about 30,000 pesos here. I would consider that about 25 30% higher than what it should be. Uh, but again, you're in the Philippines, man. So if he quoted that himself, and the obviously the landlord knowing that he's not from here, and remember, as soon as you speak English over here, bro, you don't get hangyo, man. You don't get that discount. You see what I'm saying? Now, I would not be surprised if he had a Pinay girlfriend called and contact them people and say, hey, how about $400 a month? Especially a long-term agreement, they'll probably take that. But $600 a month for that area, it is near. The metropolis or metropolitan downtown Davao, but a little high to me, because for that kind of money, you can live like in a place, Monterrey, which is a very opulent gated community here, and there are some others, just to mention a few, uh, and especially in that area right there, bro, you're not gonna have, a nice, maybe a wider driveway, It's going to be kind of a crowded place in the middle of that area there. So I would, for that kind of money, I would suggest perhaps shopping just even 10 minutes away from there, bro. And you'll be able to understand. Like even Ecoland is near there, and for that kind of money, it'd be a mansion, bro.
Yeah. When you
Yeah,
talk about spending 30,000 a month for rent in the Philippines, I'm gonna tell
that's
you, I give you. It just depends on where you live. Y'all heard of Seth's travel vlogs, right?
mm,
Go on her page, a Facebook page, or go on her YouTube channel, and look at what her and her boyfriend get for 30,000 a month, 30,000 pesos a month, and you'll get an idea. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, that's the way I'm going to live. I'm going to live in this big place right on the damn beach. This is the Philippines, man. You know, I was talking
uh,
to a guy in Cebu doing right the day after the typhoon. He lived in that same condominium uh, the same condominium building that I was living in, and he's paying 40,000 pesos a month. And I'm like, in the Philippines, man, I would be living high
yeah.
on the hog for that. He had a nice condominium, but look, man, that's a
You know,
lot of money over here.
by
Uh,
the way, guys, speaking of
I'm living
money,
on the beach. I'm
the,
sorry. If
yeah,
I'm living on the beach, if
speaking
I'm
of
paying
money,
that kind of money.
I was gonna tell them, Calvin. Speaking of money, here in the Philippines, their money is very colorful, bro. See that?
Yeah.
This is orange here. That's a yellowish orange type of cash there. BDO Calvin had a pretty uh, you know uh, worrying news there for a couple of weeks in the past. Some of them hacker people have been infiltrating this place, so they've got lines of bank tellers and bank clients on there pretty much all day long because people are kind of getting deterred about money thing, but they've already got it solved and everything, man. So nothing to worry about over here as far as if you've heard those kind of news, the financial situation here as far as where to keep your money.
The
Banks has been
beach,
pretty good over here. I deal with BPI and BPO video.
yeah. The beach
Yeah,
of life says the Val get a bad rap because it's on Mindanao. No, actually, the Val uh, kind of avoids the Mindanao rap because they did Forbes did a study and said that Davao was the seventh safest city in the world. You got to realize that the Turdies have run that place for probably 30 years. I mean, it's the
yeah.
city of law and order.
Well,
It
the
doesn't get a
latest,
bad, Davao
yeah,
doesn't have a bad rap at
yeah.
all.
The
Um,
latest the latest statistics, Calvin, is it ranks third in Asia, and it's number seven in the world and number one in the Philippines as far as the best place to stay, as far as the safest
yeah.
place and the cleanest place to stay. Yeah,
Joe Houston says Mindanao safe. I always say this, man. It's safe for me because of my lifestyle. Not all of Mindanao is safe. I'm not going to tell you it's safe and you going out,
yeah,
getting drunk, smoking weed, and all of that. But if you just come over here and you living just to avoid an argument, just a normal life, yeah, it's safe. But you got to avoid Marawi. You're going to avoid some of them mountain regions outside of the Val. You're going to certain parts of Zamboanga you don't want to fool with. Holo Salud, Tawi Tawi, Baziland. But the overwhelming majority of Mindanao is safe. It's my favorite part of the Philippines because it's
yeah,
cheaper down there than
yeah.
anywhere else.
It really is. Hey, Cal, let me address Orchid King right here, as far as he really wants to get an advice on what area. Man, as far as my experience here, like I said, Ecoland is very nice, and if you want to have a little bit of experience in the outskirts, not too far from town, about 15 minutes away, you can look up Mintal, and also you can check out this place called Cataluna Grande. It's about 15 minutes or 15 degrees cooler than downtown. Believe
Type
it or
that
not,
in.
it's a little bit higher elevation. Yeah.
Type that in if you can, uh, Texas Resort. Can you type that in the comment? those areas you were talking about. That way he'll be able to
Yeah.
come back and see it. Um, well, we're not gonna come on, Wilder. We're not gonna. Yeah, it's not a cure. It's not a cure at all. Well, I don't think it's supposed to be a cure. I think it's supposed to cut down on how extreme the COVID, how it affects you, if I'm not mistaken. John 7 says best to live outside, a few minutes outside the city. Yeah, I did that. I said that on one of my videos. If you really want to save some money, don't move right down in the middle of the city proper. You're going to pay more for everything, um, especially rent. John 7 says, I'm going to look at Cagayan de Oro next time. I like Cagayan de Oro. I'm going to tell you why. It could be an expat alley. It's in northern Mindanao. I like it because it's not far from Comegan Island. Have you been to Comegan Island, Texas?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. That's near uh north of us here.
Yeah.
There's quite a few places here, man, you can go to, but like I said, obviously right now with the current events, even Surigao, Siargao, and all that's been affected. So it'll be a while, man, before they're able to get back up into operations, or getting ready for to accept visitors and whatnot. But yeah, those are pretty. Even close to where I am, man. You drive 3 hours north of me, northeast of me. There's a place called Mati, and bro, it's just like it's like the other little Boracay or whatever. Water is really blue and sand is crisp. You know what I'm saying? Clean, and it's nice, man. And for the most part, a
Yeah.
lot of places here, when they are in operations, it doesn't break your bank, bro. You go over there, and even if you don't want to drive, and you can, recently, uh, remember T.J. Johnson? He took some people out north, and he rented a van, a high ace van. It was only $60 a day with a driver. So
Yeah, that's what they. Yeah, it's about three. That's about right. About 3,000. It depends on how
yeah,
far you're going, but
yeah,
yeah, that's about right. Because we
yeah,
did that
and
before. Me and John did that before.
yeah,
Um, it just depends on where you are. Um, Belizean Edwin says, I heard that your black Americans, they never kidnap you. Most is just white Americans. Yeah, well, they said Filipinos prefer white men, and I said, well, the Abu Sayyaf prefer white men too. But
yeah,
they'll kidnap anybody that's in that area where they are. If you on a boat somewhere around Palawan Island and they happen to be around there, I don't think they really care because they kidnap Indonesians, Japanese. It's just that we don't go, we don't be on boats like that a lot of times, sailing around down there. So that kind of helps us, but uh, yeah. Let's see. And don't make the roll of it after of it. Says over the past 7 years, I've always spent most of my times in CDO on Mindanao. Yeah, I like Cagayan de Oro. I was taken on a tour one time. Is that Bukidnon
yeah,
up
yep,
above Cagayan de Oro, where all these pineapple plantations? Man, it's
yep.
something to see. I'm telling you, when you come over to the Philippines, there's so many once in a lifetime destinations. Man, I mean, as far as your eyes can see, it was nothing but pineapples, man. I mean, it was unbelievable, man. And these places were like, remember the old coal mining towns where the employees stayed on the plantation and all of that. That's how it is now. Hey, Iskandari Television, thanks for that super sticker. That's my buddy up in Luzon. Yeah, but Texas, if you go south of you, down past General Santos, there's a place called Glen,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Saranac Province. Have you been there before?
yeah,
That's
yeah. We have.
called that the Little Boracay. But
Yeah,
anytime you get a white sand beach, they're gonna call it the Little Boracay. But
yeah,
it's not really the Little Boracay because they be partying in
yeah.
Boracay.
My my wife's relatives, they actually own resorts there as well in Sarangani, and of course, the great Manny Pacquiao has great presence there as he owns a lot of beachfront, properties there in Glan.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah, it's a
yeah.
nice place.
I
About
went,
2 hours south of Davao, about 2 hours south of here.
I went when we went to uh, General Santos. We went past, his childhood home and all that. But then we went down to Sarangani Province where his office is. And we went in to try to meet him, but at the time he was actually in America training to
Yeah,
fight Ricky Hatton.
yeah.
But I went
You
into
know,
his office. He wasn't there.
being in Jinsan, Calvin, I lived there for about a year. I had a membership at his gym, and I met him there many a times, bro. Uh, there in General Santos.
Yeah, he used to come to Cebu all the time to the waterfront
Yeah,
hotel in his gambling days. And, he was real accessible then. My next door neighbor, he got pictures of them playing poker together. That's before he found Jesus. Because, Pac-Man, he was wild over here. Go back in 2009, 2010, Pac-Man was a baller over here, man. Had women, drinking, gambling. He was doing it all till he got busted and he turned it all over to Jesus. But yeah, I was here when he was doing all that partying and stuff.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, he's real humble though.
yeah. He's a cool dude. Yeah, he's a cool cat. Yeah.
Let's see. It says that Rudy, since you're in the matchmaking mood, let's get JH on here and I'll be happy family again. Who's JH? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. See, evidently I must have missed something because I never knew that anything was going on, but we're gonna move on with that. I know, because a lot of times, man, this stuff rolls off my back, man. Life goes by too quick for me to be worried about that stuff, especially in the Philippines, man. I'm over here. I really am. I'm gonna tell you, 2021 was the best year of my life that I can remember. Remember, I used to drink about 24 years ago, a little bit over 23 years ago. So maybe I had some good years back then. I just forgot. But 2021 was a damn good year for me. I'm going to sit around arguing and fight with nobody. Hey, Bill M, he says, I'll start by saying I enjoy your channel and the information you share. It does have value, so I hope my question doesn't insult you. So here it is. Uh, why do try to convince more Westerners to move to the Philippines? I really don't, Bill. I just tell them my experiences um, and let them know that the Philippines is a viable option. But to try to convince people to move here, there's no way I could do that.
Yeah.
Most of the men who watch my channel, they're
Well,
45 years and older. They
well,
already have their own
yeah.
mind.
It's
It just
it's also
seems that
not.
I'm trying to convince people,
Yeah.
but I'm really not. I'm just giving you the good points, really the
Nitty
360,
gritty.
and let you decide. Because
Yeah.
we know so little about the Philippines, Bill. You'll be shocked at
Yeah.
how little you really know about this place. How many people do you know that you can actually reach out and touch that's retired over here?
You
I
know,
asked
and
that question on my video. Very few of us do.
yeah,
You
and
know,
just
we're
to
getting
reiterate
boomers,
on
man.
just to reiterate on Bell M's statement there, Calvin. At the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, in America, you are programmed from a young, blood that when you grow up, you know what I'm saying, work hard, accomplish this, accomplish that, and America is the greatest place, to be in. I understand all of that because I was just like you, Calvin. I've been there, did my part. I'm saying, as far as I've given my life to that place. But the notion that we should stay over there and that way we can bust our ass and pay taxes so we can give more opulent lifestyle to the one percenters is totally a ridiculous notion. And so when people understand and they finally take that plunge and come to a place where we've always been told that it's a horrible place, that it's a dangerous place, that somehow they're struggling over here. Yeah, some of those statements are true, but man, once you get a taste of this place, bro, you'll never go back. I've lived in 18 different countries, man. You know, and so here every day I remind myself, and I tell my wife, man, I said, man, I'm eating better over here, bro. I'm looking at beautiful things all over the place, and I could be outside year round, man. You know what I mean? Without any kind of issues at all. I ain't gotta look over my shoulders anymore, bro. You know how that is.
Now, regular Joe Travel says living outside the USA is great when we can use the money we made outside the US. Yeah, but remember, you earned that money.
Yeah,
Nobody gave us anything, and we didn't
yeah,
make the rules. You know, uh, I'm not bashing America. I'm just saying that if the world's 197 million square miles, 58 million of it land, who says that I have to live my entire life in America? Nobody. It's nothing written down that says I have to do that. As a matter of fact, if you're young or if you have the money, I would see as much of the planet as I possibly could. I put my life, I served my country. I paid taxes. I was 55 years old when I left for good. But there's more to life than the United States, man. I'm not bashing the United States. To be honest with you, I'm not doing that.
yeah,
But do I have to live there? Do I have to enjoy living there? I want I want more now than what I was getting over there. It's
yeah,
the bottom line. You know, um, I'm sorry, man. If I can find what I'm looking for somewhere else, why not? Why keep going around on that little dot over there, trading women, trading jobs, trading cars, when I can go out and get something new? That's what I want. I'm tired of dating somebody's ex-wife and all of that
yeah,
foolishness over there, man. And that's what you're doing. You're just going
yeah.
around and around in
You know,
circles.
Another thing I wanted to reiterate too, Calvin, when it comes to the differences between here and there, bro. In America, your mother-in-law is programmed to be your enemy, bro. Here, my mother-in-law is my best friend, man. You see what I'm saying? The difference in the culture, you know what I'm saying? The difference in the culture is we're accepted over here, bro, and we excel, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything over here, as far as the culturally, they appreciate us over here, bro.
Uh, okay, Earl Shillman says, "Hello, Calvin. Hope you're
No, no,
well. I love the
come here.
facts that you share with us all. I wanted to ask you, what is the level of healthcare and the associated costs
Just say
in the
hello,
area
just
where
say
you
hello.
are? Well, in
Hey,
San Carlos
Calvin,
City, there's
Calvin,
two
my
hospitals
mother-in-law,
here.
bro, my mother-in-law. That's my mother-in-law.
You got
You see what I'm saying?
you got
You
the
see what I'm saying? I told him, in America, your mother-in-law is programmed to be your enemy. She's my best friend, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you
Yeah.
got two hospitals here. You got the city hospital, which is public hospital. Then you got the private uh, San
I
Carlos
need
Doctors Hospital. But as far as the level,
you need some water, please. Give
it's
me some
not
water.
a major
Give
hospital.
me some drink.
They
We
would
got it,
have to fly you out to Cebu
go check.
or Dumaguete or
Yeah.
Bacala if you really had like a serious heart attack, cancer,
Cheese,
brain
style, it's true.
injury, or something like that.
Style.
And that's the only reason why I don't put San Carlos City on my expat island because there's no major hospital here.
Baby, bro.
But is it a nice
Thank you
place?
for the
Oh,
drink.
okay, it's your wife.
Yeah.
Um,
She brought me some.
do they?
She brought me
It's a
some. She brought
quality
me some a
place.
drink.
It's a quality place if you're gonna have a baby or that sort of thing. Get a checkup, but anything serious, you're gonna want to go to one of those cities, expat cities around here, Cebu, Bacolod, or Dumaguete. They got the major health care, and it's good health
Rudy,
care. You
Rudy,
got
the
good
godfather of
community
crypto.
and good insurance, then you don't have to worry about that over here. But remember, your health care starts at home, man. It's self care. You can't show up at the doctor's office with a heart attack and you end up dying or whatever and then blame it on the doctor. And that's what we do. And then heredity, you can't outrun heredity. But all things being equal, man, we just got to take better care of ourselves. And a lot of us, we haven't been doing that. See, most of what kills you, you put in your mouth. It's not alcohol, it's not drugs, it's not any of that stuff. It's the food you eat. You are what you eat, and that's usually what kills you. It'll say in your obituary in the newspaper, oh, he had a heart attack, but it doesn't talk about all that cheese and all that other foolishness we eat, hot dogs and you know red meat. But yeah, if we take better care of ourselves, I got try to when you're younger, it's hard to get that through to you because we're invincible. But as you get older, it shouldn't be hard for you to open up your mind to a balanced diet. I was reading something yesterday. 92% of older Americans, so I would say older people, we're um, we have insufficient levels of vitamin D in our blood concentration. Okay. Now, coming to a place like the Philippines, that will help you with that because they have three of the top seven things to increase your levels of vitamin D. Philippines has a lot of sunlight, fish and seafood, and egg yolks. See, but a lot of us we don't even take the time to even try to research that stuff. And then physical activity over here. Even sex, man, it's good physical activity. But if you do 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, which over here you're going to do. I walk a whole lot more here and I ride my bike over here than I ever did. Hey, Iskandari Television, thanks for the super chat. He said, facts, bro. Solid truth. This place will change you for the better. Why do people always think bashing something uh, why do people always think you're bashing something? That's fact. Some can't handle the true reality, hard truth. Yeah, I'm not bashing America, but man, I can say this with all honesty. If I hadn't have left the United States December the 3rd, 2018, I'd probably be dead. I'd probably had a stroke or something like that. As simple as that.
Yeah, it's same here, man. Same exact. Yeah, Houston, bro. You know where I was from. It's a fast life over there, bro.
Yeah,
Fast life.
internet's good enough. They watch Netflix every day over here. He said, gotta have my Cobra Kai.
Kai.
Yeah. Get off the dot, man. This is one of my first videos I ever made right here. I made this when I was on Sikiho Island. I didn't even make it for my channel because I didn't have a channel at the time. I was just talking into the phone about getting off your dot, man. Go out and see something else.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, you're doing yourself a
another
favor.
another another question, Calvin, that always comes up with these people that are not familiar with the area over here, and you can contest to this, and also Rudy's been here many times, bro. The age difference here between men and women is widely accepted, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for me and my wife is 19 years. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the age
So yeah,
gap?
yeah, yeah,
Yes, it's 19 with me.
yeah. Believe me, man. She keeps me on track, bro. Man. I tell you what, that's wow. You know,
Percy Ramsey said many have fortunes in the U.S. and moved to Mexico and other places to maximize their earnings. Why not? If it's something that they know, Anthony Robbins says to mimic successful people. Do what they're doing. So if somebody says, "Hey, my $1 million is going to go further in the Philippines than it is in America," I may have to adapt to a few things and change a few things I'm doing. Why not? Because when you're growing up in America, it's all about money. It's all about having more money and for it to last longer. One of the things that happens to us in America, I know this as a fact, we outlive our money. And you don't want to do that, man. How bad is that if you're going to outlive your money? So you try to look for other options. It's a lot of people live in Mexico, by the way. 1.5 million Americans live in Mexico right now for that same reason. It's a lower cost of living, the warm weather, and you can go on and on and on. They're maximizing their silver years and their golden years, and that's all I'm doing over here. That's all I'm doing over here. Ishmael says, "Yeah, Calvin, I don't like dating single moms, ex-wives of another dude. Screw that. I'm not interested in another guy's or wife." I'm going to say wife because we got kids in here right now. But, that's all it is over there. Before I started traveling, I lived my whole life probably in like a 6-block radius. That was it. Leaving the country was somewhere like Mexico or maybe the Dominican. I never went to the Dominican Republic. I mean, people in my circle, they go to Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands. It wasn't no Philippines. That's for sure. Yeah, he said Texas got that classic family life. But that's how it is over here, by the way.
speaking of classic, man, this must be how it was in the 50s in America. I'm just watching the show over here, bro. I'm on live and stuff. My wife done cut up me some apples, and there you go, right there, bro. Rudy. Yeah.
I mean, why not
Oh yeah.
maximize? Why not maximize?
For those that don't know, man, Filipinos are very attentive, bro. They're very, very, very nurturing, man.
Can I have some?
Well, you gotta pick the right one too, Rudy.
Yes, I know.
And get the wrong one, and looks like you jumped out there and got the wrong one.
Well, Texas can.
We're gonna hook Rudy up, bro.
Yeah, and
we're gonna hook Rudy up.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the best way.
Texas has a lot. Texas has someone for me already.
Okay, well, start sending money to her instead of the other one.
No, he's gonna kick my ass if I do that.
Yeah.
Texas is gonna kick my ass, Calvin. You know that.
Well, he ought to. Because you're laying the groundwork for trouble when you send all that money over here like that beforehand. And that's what the guy said at the beginning of the live stream. He said, "Oh, I met a Filipino. She won't let me send any money." I said, "Oh yeah, because she knows when you get over here, you're gonna have to spend it anyway." So she's doing you a favor. He says, if you're not taking good self-care, stay at home. Yeah, you don't want to be. The guy said, Ishmael Marsh says, Philippines is the worst place to be broke. It's probably the worst place to be sick too. You don't want to be sick over here. You're not going to be able to enjoy what you need to enjoy over here. See, I always suggest before you get on that plane to come over here, go to the doctor, man. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. You know, my father waited too late to go to the doctor. My father, listen to this. I'm 58. That's why I live my life the way I do. My mother died at 62. My father died at 61. My father shows up at the hospital when he starts getting these liver spots on his arm. Well, it's too late. You need a new liver, Mr. Roach. And by the way, you're on a long list, a long waiting list.
Wow.
And there's no priority for you. So he died at 61 years old. And my father, if I didn't learn anything, he was angry, man. And my father was a preacher, but he was angry. And I asked my mother, I said, you know, why is daddy so angry? She said, because he knows he's going to die. People get angry when they know they're going to die. And I didn't, man, I listened loud and clear to that. I was 28 at the time. Yeah.
Wow.
He was 61, man. That's young. That's very, very young.
Too young, yeah.
Earl Simmons said, thank you. Fortunately, I'm 52 in excellent health, no high blood pressure, cholesterol. I don't drink, nor do I eat pork, so I believe this helps. Oh, absolutely. It helps. But timing helps too. If you're going to quit putting stuff off, man, you know, and that's the reason I think that I've thrived this time over here, because I knew in my heart of hearts it was time to go. There was no sitting around waiting around any longer. Yeah, I could have ran my little renewal income up higher, but at what cost? See, timing is everything, man. I followed my spirit, man. I followed my instinct, and I left, and I'm glad I did. He said, not hand sex, guys. Yeah. Now that's not considered. That's not considered exercise, guys. Oh man, you guys are crazy. Yeah, you're right. You're right here. He says, remember, everything in America is for sale. That's what capitalism means. That's all it means. Everything's for sale.
Robert Jones got a question right there, Calvin, and it's a very good question. This will apply to a lot of people. What made me choose to live in the Philippines overall? Well, remember, I've lived in 18 different countries, man, and Japan, it was probably the worst place to navigate as far as the language barrier. The main motivation behind here to live here, Robert, was certainly the communications level. When people go to school here, it is a requirement that English, uh, uh, you know, uh, you know, class or whatever, the English language or whatever is part of the curriculum. So they're very well armed with English from any level of society, man. And certainly their attitude towards people that are not from here, they're very welcoming. So if you say hello, they'll engage back and say what's going on. And yeah, very easy to move around here because of that particular reason. Yeah, they can communicate with English rather efficiently, and that was one of the main motivation here. You know, a buddy of mine lives in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and even to this day, he's been there 10 years, and he still cannot even communicate with the locals. They're just that, they're stuck with their Thai language or whatever. We're
Yeah,
here,
but
it's highly influenced by the Western country that is America. Yeah.
you got to realize a lot of history behind it. It wasn't like the
Yeah.
Filipinos just volunteered to learn English. It was beaten into them. It was the law. You had to learn English. They didn't have
Yeah.
no other choice. The history, that's the history. That's how the Philippines became really the only Asian English speaking Asian country, because they were an American colony. They didn't have no choice. You had to
Yeah.
learn English.
Well, will accept that to our advantage with great humility. I mean, that's the only way I could put it, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, we didn't
yeah,
make the rules. Yeah, it
no,
helps though. It helps.
yeah, it does.
It
It
helps
really
a lot.
does.
Mike Chad S says, I remember you saying 3808 and you are wealthy. Yeah, going to be nice for an old man in 10 years. The Philippine Statistic Authority said that, not me. But Texas can probably bear witness. If you're earning this kind of money every month, which is about 190,000, because I asked my girlfriend, I said, is 190,000 pesos a month, would you consider that rich? She said, absolutely. And that's what this is. If you're
Yeah,
earning 190,000 pesos a month, you're rich over here under any circumstances, man. But a lot of what goes on over here, we can't wrap our Western minds around it. People saying, "Oh well, I can live off 3,800 at home." That's not what I'm saying in the video. You're not rich at home. You're not considered rich in America at 3,808. You can live a lot of places off that, but are you considered rich? No, you're considered rich here with 3,800 a month, man. Wow. I mean, that's good news to me. That's
yeah.
nothing to push back
You're
about.
certainly at the 1%. That's right.
That's nothing to put. And you use that, it's like a reference point. So if you're earning 3,000 or 2,500 or 2,000, you can see that, man, I'm gonna be living good over here.
Yeah,
Unless you're just a damn fool over here doing all the crazy, everything crazy that you could possibly do. Otherwise, you're gonna live pretty good. Uh, he says, Sharu Brown says, is San Carlos City mandating joint vaccination card to enter businesses? No. Now, contact tracing they do. You still, if you don't have that, they got a
QR
contact
code.
tracing
QR
card.
code. Yeah.
If you don't have that, you have to sign in to most businesses. But no, not yet. Now, to travel to some of these places without that swab test and you have a vaccine card, it's an advantage. You don't have to do it. And I'm glad of that, because this isn't America. And sometimes you can be too damn free. That's why you got a lot of the foolishness going on over there. Over here's a lot of order. And they'll tell you, look, man, you need to get a vaccine. If not, you can't go to work Monday morning. And we will push back against that. Over here, they won't. They'll go get that damn vaccination. I was telling you earlier, now, if you don't have a vaccination over here and you go to try to renew your passport here in the Philippines, if you're Filipino, and you're up in Manila or any area where it's alert 3 status, you can't get in the office. You can't do it. You have to be vaccinated. So yeah, it's getting to that point over here. Percy says, I had a stroke and I never smoked or drank. I work like an animal and stress is my enemy. Absolutely. I just want peace, the love and respect of my family, take care of myself while I see the world. Yeah, that stress, I was born with stress. We know that's
Yeah.
not good for you, but that's what we do. We want to work and we really are prostituting ourselves. We're selling our time for money, but there's a hidden cost in that, man, and it's stress. That third shift is killing a lot of people, man, and people don't even seem to question that. That's a man-made product, that third shift. Journey Trials and is this Joy or Jay? Joy. He says, I want to build a house in Lady, but seeing how the infrastructure isn't there, how long do you think it would take before things get advanced? Well, what do you mean? It may never catch up to the United States and some of these other places, But you don't want. If it did, then when you build a house here, it's going to be like building a house in America. One of the advantages of building in the Philippines is because of the infrastructure isn't there yet. It's like getting in on the ground floor of a good stock, right? Try to buy Apple stock now, Ford stock, or Toyota stock now. You have to be rich, really, because they got minimums, But if you could get in there early, like you can get in there early and lady, go ahead and build your house. Let the infrastructure catch up with you. You sit around, wait for the infrastructure. You'll die over there wherever you're from, waiting.
You're never gonna reach that, man. That's the
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't put a time frame on that damn
yeah. I wouldn't. I
infrastructure in
wouldn't
Leyte,
do that.
bro.
It's to the point in some of these places where the infrastructure is okay. If you can't deal with the infrastructure here, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the United States, obviously.
In some of those rural
Yeah, it's
areas
not
in
that
Leyte,
bad.
man, infrastructure is pretty much non-existent, bro. You
And you
know,
don't come to the Philippines for the infrastructure, guys. How many times I got to tell you that? That's not why
yeah.
you come here.
But Calvin, just to kind of uh, take on that, when it comes to infrastructure, man, they want to have all that creature comfort and stuff like that. You need to go move to Manila, go to Makati, go to like
Right.
what is the other place there?
Davao,
Yeah, stuff
Davao,
like that. Yeah, yeah.
Cebu,
Yeah, Cebu. Those are the
English
places that
City.
might offer those kind of amenities, man. But
Yeah,
even in Davao, bro, I choose to be out here in the damn hills, man. I don't want them being that damn downtown. Hell no.
yeah.
Shit.
Jeffrey Hood, thanks for that super sticker. But yeah, guys, you don't come to the Philippines for the infrastructure. Man, you'll be waiting forever, man. Hell, Jesus will be done came
Yeah,
back by the time they get the infrastructure to up to our standards.
yeah.
But it's
I
never
came for
been.
that. I came for that Pinay body structure, bro.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I came for.
Her infrastructure. That's the only infrastructure I'm concerned with. Uh, Iskandari,
Shit.
thanks for that super chat. He said language barrier is good. Girls, cost of living, girls, friendly, girls, lots of islands to visit, girls,
Yeah,
comforts
yeah,
of living, girls,
yeah,
food, girls. Oh, yeah, and girls.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, no matter where you go, man, they're everywhere, man. And the proportion, you know what I call it, man? I call it the ass to waist ratio, bro. When the ass is bigger than the waist, that's a good ratio at any percentage, okay? Not the other way around, man. In America, they look like barrels, bro. 50-gallon drums where the waist is bigger than the damn ass. That's
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I call ass backwards, man. Come on, guys. It
That's
ain't
right.
it ain't science, bro.
I'm not into stomachs anymore, man. I don't. A woman with a big stomach is not attractive to me. I'm sorry.
Nah, man, hell no,
Okay,
bro.
if your stomach is bigger than your behind, then I don't
Something
want you.
wrong. Yeah, yeah. But also, I'm telling you, look, Calvin. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, okay, bro? Listen to it. I'm about to draw something with my hands, okay? Listen carefully, okay? This, this right here, not sexy, bro. Okay?
Yeah.
And then this, look, this, like where the waist looks bigger or wider than the ass or hips. Not good. You know what I'm saying? So here, here for the most part, I see that proportion where the ass and the waist is bigger than the upper part in about 90% of the females. Shit.
Okay. What do you think about this? I can't answer this. He says Latinos have gotten too westernized. Is that true, Texas?
I can answer that. They have not only gotten too westernized, but their all outright lethality and dangerousness have gone up. A Latina, my ex-wife, she cut your shit off everywhere if you sway, bro. Hell no, that's
Yeah, he said, but see here, okay, now he said, my son's mom is Filipino, but she is cold as F toward me. We broke up 10 years ago. I met her here in Canada, but see, you
that's a
didn't meet the real Filipina.
that's right. That's right.
that was your problem. You met her after she's already been
Westernized.
westernized and over there in Canada. You don't want. That's not a Filipino. I don't know what you call that anymore. She's a Feel Canadian is what she was.
That's a canafina.
Yeah, it's not the full
That
100%
no longer a Pinay,
version.
bro. When I'm talking about Pinay, I'm talking about Pinay. That chick loyal as hell, bro. That's the main thing. Loyal as hell. She do whatever it takes to make you happy and stuff. And I never hear no. It's what I'm saying from her side. You know what I'm saying?
Frank, I sent you a link to the last panel. Maybe you didn't see it. I'd like to have you back on there, man. You had some good information. He said, I dated several Filipinos before I got married. Yes, you have to pick the right one. This is what I tell Rudy all the time. Just pick the right one, and man, you're not going to have any problems. But if you're going to roll the dice, start sending money over here and all that, man, I'm sorry. I'm glad most of the guys that I know over here who are happy right now, they've had 5 or 6. And I don't know your history, Texas,
Bro.
before they found the right one.
Yeah. It's a list. It's a list, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's usually what happens. Some guys do get fortunate and they come over and meet the right one right away. But most of us, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Most of us have to go through 3 or 4 breakups and heartbreaks until we get the right one. Because when you come over, you really don't know what's available. You don't really know what's going to be compatible to you. If we just go by looks, I mean, hell, you can put on a blindfold. But if you're trying to talk about somebody like me, I want somebody I can get along with, somebody who can get things done. Because I'm impatient. I'm very impatient. I'm not on Filipino time over here. So that's why I like Maryland. She knows I'm not on Filipino time, and I told her that. And I said, look, you're going to have to, help me with this. You got to get stuff done. I can't sit around and wait.
Yeah.
We'd have still been sitting around. If I was with the typical Filipina, we'd still be sitting around right now waiting on this damn internet to get cut on. I need somebody like that. And then, of course, I need a small woman, man. I don't like big women. I don't like them. I don't like chubby women. I don't like any of that. She weighs about 110 pounds, and she's like this.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And I'm 58. I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. Okay?
That's a good ratio. Is what I'm saying. That's a good ratio. See, my wife.
I don't want that. I'm sorry.
That's a good ratio. Yeah. And at the end of the day, when these guys come over here, you're gonna have options, man. Is what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, Jeffrey Hood, thanks for that super sticker.
Damn, babe.
Oscar Chapman says, hey, guys, I get what you're saying, but tell me, what do you miss about the U.S. that's not over in the Philippines? I thought that's easy. It's a lot. I miss the libraries because I love to read. I miss, the Walmarts and places like that. The convenience, really, the convenience. Things happen in America just like that. Over here, man, I tell you, it takes a
But it's still,
to get certain
but
things done.
but the experience, same thing here, Calvin. At least, I wanna make an announcement to these guys. At least in my area, I know Calvin lives in a small town, but at least in my area, we have plenty of big chain facilities that reminds me of like a Costco or a Sam's Club, which is it's an R. Not to promote their product or their brand, but yeah, I got at least have access to stuff like that.
Yeah, I miss the libraries though. Just stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we don't have that here. Yeah, we don't have that here.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Once again, it's a small. Yeah, and remember your library card. You can check out some books and everything, but it's a small price to pay for that peace, man. I'm very
Right.
peaceful over here, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Calvin, just go online for the libraries, man, bro. Yeah,
yeah. I
that's what
can't
online.
read. I don't like reading. I don't like reading like that. I like to actual have the book in my hand um, and read. But yeah, Texas is right. The things that I miss over here, I would gladly give up for this life that I'm living now. And it's a give and take. To wake up next to, a sexy woman every day, man, that we get along and she's got my back over here, man. You can't put a price on that, man. I can't. I can't. Um, money is just something that I've got more money than bills. Do I have a lot of money? No, but I've got more money than bills. You can't put a price on that. I don't want to go back to America. You can't make me rich and I go over there. I wouldn't go back. Uh, Thank you, Journey Trials and it says, yeah, Joy for the super chat. Said, when do you think the fields will open? Your guess is good as mine. The Philippines was opening December, was it the first? Yeah. And then Omicron shows up and they
Yeah.
shut that down. And
See, and then see, the one of the creature conference, see, Ismail Mars is speaking about barbecue and everything. Yeah, I'm from Texas, bro, and I make my own, bro. Come on now, come on, Ismail. You can, bro. y- You can't, you can do that over here, man. Ain't nobody stopping from doing that over here, bro. When it comes to that kind of a lifestyle and food, I got a big ass pit over here. Just it'll do anything that I could do in Texas, man. You could do that if you wanted to. So all those little things like that, you can certainly, and even better so, over here.
And so, are we still out for that barbecue? Texas, are we
Damn right,
still
that
out for
shit,
that barbecue?
bro. That shit waiting for you over here, Rudy. As soon as you touch down, Robert Jones, I'm talking to you. Everybody, Calvin, everybody. When they get here, man, bro, I got you, man.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
but
coming
we're
over
not.
there first.
Oscar says, don't knock the ladies in the U.S. We're not knocking the ladies in the U.S. I didn't say that. I just said the type of woman that I like right now. I'm 58, man. I don't know how much, I'm really living on borrowed time. Um, I don't know how much time I got left, but I'm going to live it on
see,
my terms. And I don't care
and then
about people
and then
saying, oh, you're shallow and this and that. I don't care. When I
and
die
then
and
look,
go in that
hey
grave,
Calvin, but
I'm being there
also,
by
but
myself.
also, look at Oscar Chapman's. Look at what she says though. He married her when she was 19. Now she's 64. Women were brought up at different times back then too, though. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about now. The women over there now versus the women over here now. That's the comparison. I mean, he's talking about back in the day, bro. Of course, women were a lot more. I would say womanly back then. I guess where now they're very combative, bro.
Yeah, Frank
You
Chase said,
know.
I just miss making more money. Money doesn't even, you have to have it, guys. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I'm tired of chasing money, man. I'm chasing something else now. It ain't money uh, because you just can't have enough over there. I couldn't. And hindsight being 2020, I made it this far without being rich.
Yeah.
Money doesn't, I
Exactly.
don't need to be rich
Yeah.
anymore. And money
Yeah.
doesn't define me anymore, man. Like it does a lot of people over there. We treat
Yeah.
some of the most grimiest people in the world with so much love and respect simply because they got money. I'm not that way no more. My mother never was that way. I remember Mr. Basketball came over my house one time because I grew up with him in the state of Kentucky. And somebody recognized him and he was holding the screen door open. She said, you better shut my damn screen door and quit letting these flies in. I don't give a damn who you are, you know. And that's the type of household I grew up in.
Yeah.
I don't care how much
And
money you got, man.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, back to Ismail. Yeah, Ismail Marsh. Yeah, they got everything over here, bro. They got Sweet Baby Ray's. They've got all kinds of sauces over here that you can find, bro. It's available here,
Hey,
not just in
Auntie King,
America.
thanks for
And
that super chat. He said, Calvin, this is for the wall fund. He said, I took out some crypto funds today. Oh, wow.
There you go, Rudy.
But
Your
Rudy,
brother
man, what's the difference, Rudy, in what you do and then the typical um,
crypto fund.
crypto?
Well, what I do is that I mine. When I mine a crypto, I get it from the specific machine. I just confirm the transactions, and then I get a piece of the pie of the transaction that was confirmed, or even sold or bought. That's it. So I get a piece of the pie. Then what I use is that for that confirmation and what I get piece of the pie, I use it for investing into other platforms that give me interest and also what you call this pay me for staking or farming the specific crypto, and then I get percentages of that, and that's my profit. But sometimes I do grid trading where the crypto moves sideways, ups and downs. So the grid robot, what it does is that it sells it at high and buys it at low. So I get a profit from that specific part too.
Yeah.
So that's the
You
difference.
know, typically, without really getting into your business, give me like a ballpark figure about how much you earn doing that. Let's say a week.
A week, I earn 100 to 200 to $300 a week on
Wow.
crypto.
But you don't do nothing.
No, it
You
all
just
does
put
it
it
for
on,
me
you just
because
put it on automatic.
okay, let me tell you this. Ever since the beginning when I first started, I lost hundreds of dollars to when I kept on following people. So until I did my own research, now I make even though I lost hundreds of dollars, I made thousands of dollars in my returns because of the fact that I started doing research on my own. So when I started doing research, I invested in platforms that pay me interest APY per year, and also I put in my investments in something called staking and farming, where it pays me to keep my crypto in that area, and it pays me dividends back. It's like what you call this when you invest in the stock market, but the percentages and yields that you get from crypto are higher than you get in the stock market because instead of the stock market, you gain it set 5 days a week and only from 9 to 5. But crypto is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you get your money and percentages faster because of the fact that it's always what you call this there, and you can profit from it. But there are some crypto that only will do a 5 days. You get it every day for 5 days, and they don't do Saturday, Sunday. But there are others which do 7 days a week, and you get percentages no matter what. And that's 7 days a week for 365 days a year.
Yeah, Texas. He says, how come you don't post on your YouTube channel? Because it's easier to post on everybody else's, I guess.
Fuck. No, I don't have man, I'm not even, it's one of them things, man. I don't know where to start, how to start, if I could just but there's already plenty of you guys, man. You guys have already doing a good job of, exposing this place and everything and sharing information. So if I contribute a little bit, that's fine. But as far as going on there and doing all that videos and I don't need to do all that. But
Yeah, but see,
otherwise,
here's one thing that I could say that you have a place by you being a Latino. See, a lot of guys, I get messages and emails all the time telling me I'm an inspiration. They said, just seeing a black man over there, inspired me to come over there. And maybe, because I met a Latino guy here. He was from LA in the grocery store. And man, this guy was so happy to see me. I mean, this was in the early days of the virus. He hugged me, man. You weren't supposed to hug or touch. He was so
yeah,
happy
yeah.
to see me. So I think you could find a place relating to your Latino brothers, man, because it's some over here, man.
Yeah, they're far in between, brother. I don't see very many of them. I've never seen another, Latin or Hispanic person here at all. I've never seen one, bro.
I did.
You know,
I met him, man. He was so happy to see me, man. I'm gonna tell you, it was
yeah,
like I was his long lost brother or something. Hey, Jeffrey Hood, he said, all due respect, he said, Calvin and your panel blend in nicely. As a pale white boy, should I be concerned in Mindanao, Target? Love your channel, be honest. I'm going to be honest. In certain areas, yeah, you would. I would be a target. But Mindanao is a vast area. And majority of Mindanao, the overwhelming majority of Mindanao, you're going to blend
yeah,
right in. It's a lot of white guys over here in the Philippines from
yeah.
Australia, Germany, England, Britain,
Yeah.
America, you know, it's
But you
places
know,
that
yeah,
foreigners do not want to go in Mindanao. I
yeah,
don't care what
but
color you are, but you're not
yeah.
going to have any problem.
And also at the end of the day, Calvin, if Jeffrey Hood gets involved with, a good decent Pinay, oh, she ain't gonna allow him to go to the places that she knows for a fact that would put him in jeopardy. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think you got to worry about that.
No, he's not going to have anything to worry about.
Yeah,
But, you know, what can you do about being in the wrong place at the wrong time? Is there any way you
yeah,
can prevent that? No. Uh,
yeah.
because a
But
lot of people have been in the wrong place at the wrong time over here, and they
yeah,
end up costing them their life. But a lot of people over here, they contribute to their deaths by getting drunk over here, arguing and fighting with the locals. You don't know
you don't. That's what you don't
who's
do,
who
man. You
over
don't.
here.
Yeah, you don't do that, bro. Uh, the fastest way to get in trouble over here and use your life is either a land dispute and or a love triangle, bro. And there's so many options, man. There's so many options. Why in the hell would you be and get involved with a damn love triangle and shit? Come on, guys.
A
There's
lot of
so many
times
options,
though,
man.
a lot of times though, they don't know it, Texas,
Yeah,
because the Filipina's not going to tell them she got a boyfriend over here. And
yeah,
they come over here and they get involved in that, man. And I
yeah.
tell you, it don't end well. Or here's what happened in Murder in the Family. Go watch this. Now this guy, he was from Canada, Australia, somewhere, England, or wherever it is. I can't remember. He goes to the bar, marries the Filipina, gives her a life she never dreamed about. But then she got a Filipino boyfriend, and then they conspired together to kill him
I mean,
so she could get everything. Well, they got caught. They got caught. I mean, he died, but
hey,
yeah, they got caught.
the French guy with the white looking kid, they're from Digos, ain't they? The one that was at the racetrack? The Digos, right? Yeah, yeah. That's cool. Yeah,
But see,
Daniel,
that's
yeah.
another reason. That's another reason why you can't put all your eggs in one basket online. Wait
Bro.
until you get over here and really find out what's going on. It's
Thank
a
you,
lot
Rand.
you
Thank
can't
you,
do
Rand.
online. It's a lot you can't do online, guys. And we're trying to
Hey,
commit fully online. That's crazy.
among the many questions on the comment, Calvin, there's Barry Carey. He's talking about Digos. Digos is between Davao and Jinsan. Uh, is it worth visiting? Man, I don't know what you're taking on this, Calvin, but in my opinion, Digos, that's a very, very hot, desolate place, man. In my opinion, it's very, very uncomfortable there. In my opinion, but as far as the people, it's great. It's a city of about 150,000 people, so it's a bigger town.
So, yeah, um, a lot of these places, your girlfriend's going to live there, so of course you're going to have to go there. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
mean you
yeah.
have to stay there. I just happened to fall in love with San Carlos City. That's why we stayed. We were thinking about, and I'm glad we didn't do it, but we were thinking about moving to Siquijor early on. But she got pregnant with Booby, and that pushed all that to the side. But yeah, a lot of times, guys, if you go to where your girlfriend's from, you don't have to live there. I mean, I wouldn't move too far from there, from where she lives. because you want a happy wife, a happy life. When you take a Filipino away from her family, her friends, her support, you know, you're gonna have problems, man. You're gonna have problems. Rudy got a question for you, Rudy. He said when Calvin was in Cebu during the flood, how would he have used crypto as a currency?
What you call this? Well, like I said, there's a little app called coins.ph that I keep on mentioning. And that little app, you can convert once somebody sends you money or BTC or any kind of coins to it, you can convert it to peso or even send it to Gcash. And I know in the Philippines, Gcash and peso, which is the peso coin which they converted to, can be used anywhere, anytime, any place, anywhere. And I know Gcash is everywhere. So once you convert it to Gcash, if you have it in your Gcash wallet or even when you check it, you can spend it like anything else. So that's what I mean. For me, I send it. It's there in less than 30 minutes or even less than 15 minutes to whoever my nieces, my relatives, and so forth, and they just convert it, and then they can use whatever they want.
Yeah. No Go Mo says I'm living in Mindanao, no problem. I've never had any problems in Mindanao. It's vast. It's very vast. Harold Teal says her boyfriend can be off camera sitting beside her. I've seen that with my own eyes before. But it's none of my business, man. I'm not going to get in the middle of anybody's love triangle. But I've seen that with my own eyes. He says, is anybody familiar with Pampanga? Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of...
Angeles City is in Pampanga. Olongapo is Pampanga. Olongapo, Angeles City.
Yeah.
All that right there, yeah.
That's up beyond Manila. That's where a lot of the bases, around where the bases used to be. Hey, Daryl More, what's going on? He said, bang, bang, sunshine game. Mad shout out to y'all. That's my buddy in Seattle. Where are you located, No Go Mo? He wants to know. But most places in Mindanao, you're not gonna have any problems. But again, you don't want to move to Marawi, guys, okay? You don't want to move to certain parts of Zamboanga, Bazilan, Holo Salud, anywhere in Salud, anywhere in Bazilan, because these are islands, and Tower. Now, you're talking about some beautiful places, yeah. Pristine beaches, pristine waters. Guess why? Because nobody goes there. Some of the most exotic birds and wildlife on the planet, but you won't get to enjoy it, because if you do, you're going to be in trouble. He said typically older guys go there for younger women. What is the market like for 40 and above? Filipinos age well. It just depends on if you're working out in that sun all day. I don't care where you live. You're not going to age well. But typically, Filipinos age well. But like I said, my girlfriend's 39. She looks young, but she dresses young. Before Booby was born, she was a fitness freak, but now she's slowed way down in that. But I was just thinking about that yesterday when I was doing my video. A lady walked by. She was real nice looking. I'd say she was probably 45, because there's this fitness craze going on, and it's older ladies really, and you're gonna see some nice looking women. Now, one thing that I do know is a lot of Filipinos, they go into menopause early. I don't know if that's just a fact or just a couple that I know, but yeah.
Earl Simmons is, I'm sure, is concerned about maturity. There are plenty of women here that are in their mid or late 20s that are plenty mature. You know, it's the
That's
biggest
right.
difference. They had to grow up, you know, a lot quicker, man. So, women here, to answer that question, as far as women here over 40, more than likely, uh, you're not gonna find one without children, without a Filipino perhaps husband. And remember, guys, divorce ain't allowed over here, bro. Shit, that dude be lurking somewhere on the side. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a pretty narrow option there as far as females over 40.
You gone, honey? Okay. Um, Oscar Chapman said, "Hey Calvin, how do I send your channel friend offering? Never did it before. I've got a PayPal link, or you can do a super chat, whatever you want to do. I appreciate your consideration, Oscar. But most people just do it through PayPal if you got that. Let's see. Daryl says, hit the thumbs up, guys. How many thumbs up we got, by the way? Gary, I'm gonna tell you, you read my mind. That was the next thing on my list.
Yep.
I'm going to Cebu tomorrow. On Friday, I don't like to use that word tomorrow. On Friday, I'm going to Cebu because we're going to get started on building those houses up there. And when I come back, I'm going to do my next video. Is going to be on my wall. It's going to be called Update on the Building of My Wall 1 week later. And you're going to be shocked. Now that her brother's over here, it's like night and day. From if he wouldn't have come over here, I don't know. I'd probably, I don't know where that wall would be, but it's almost done. And you're going to be shocked when you see it. He says, yeah, yes, Davao has an airport like Cebu and Manila. Ishmael Marsh says, lurking on the side. Now, here's what I've noticed about when women get separated here. It's usually separation is as good as divorce over here.
Yeah.
All right, because there's no divorce. Now, is there a time when the man may be stalking? I haven't seen it. Usually, when the lady and the man is separated, they're separated. He's with a new family, and she's with a new family. But there's always that chance that you could come over here and the man is still in love. But very seldom, because usually it's him that leaves. He'll leave and get a younger woman and start up another family. That was the case of the first woman I ever met over here. She was 41, beautiful woman. She lived in the apartment upstairs. He lived in the apartment downstairs with his new family.
Who's that?
He didn't care anything about me.
Wow.
Okay, he said 174 now. But yeah, usually the ones that play those kind of silly games like that are the young ones that have a Filipino boyfriend on the side. And
All them damn bar girls, all them damn nightclubbers, all them
little
damn
games and
drinkers,
stuff like
all
that.
them damn Mobile Legend players and shit.
Yeah, but usually, but again, I tell you, man, don't commit online. That's one thing we do. We commit hook, line, and sinker online. Why would you do that? This isn't Los Angeles, man. This isn't Las Vegas. This is the Philippines. You cannot do that, man. You're taking a big, big risk when you do that. You're so far away. First of all, this isn't a long distance relationship. This is a long distance relationship. She's in another hemisphere, on the other side of the planet. But yet we go in, hook, line, and sinker, man. We commit totally, and you're asking for trouble, man. You can't do that. All we're looking at is that look pretty face. You better wait till you get over here, and kind of check out her background, check out her friends, because that'll tell you a lot about her too. No, they're not off limits. He says, "Are married women totally off limits, being that Filipinos do not recognize divorce, not looking to get married?" No, remember, separation is as good as divorce over here because they can't afford it. So when you talk to a Filipino and she says, "Oh well, I'm separated," she's as good as divorced.
Yeah, most of them cannot afford the fees for annulments. And from my attorney, a good friend of mine, he's talking about a typical annulment here, Calvin. You're talking about 5 to 10 years duration. It's a long time,
Well,
and
I've got a
certainly the
friend that I
fees.
play tennis with. I've got a friend that I play tennis with. He's a Canadian,
Yeah,
4.5 years, and he paid close to 400,000 pesos to get
yeah,
his girlfriend annulment.
yeah. They're not cheap.
That's a long time, man. It's a long time. It's a lot of money.
And
Uh,
and the
she
crazy
better
part,
be
there's so
quite
many
special.
singles.
She better be quite special if you're going to do
Yeah,
something like that. And you know, and they've got a great relationship. And you know, to her,
yeah.
she was special to him. So I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask this question first. It's a good question. Is it best to continue to bank in U.S. institutions? Use local banks there. I do both because with my renewals, I get the ACH and it goes right into my account over there. I don't know if I could switch it over here. I'm not a citizen over here, so I keep all my bank. I keep my Fifth Third account open there, and I've got a local account here. And if I ever need money, I just transfer it. It costs a little bit, not as much. Excuse me. If I use Western Union or one of those, but it may take a day or two. He says if the only English she knows how to speak is Western Union, then get out the video call. Hey, Hilda. But the reddest of all red flags is for a woman to ask you for money. Filipinos, they typically won't ask you, man, because of the unspoken agreement. I say that over and over and over and over. I'm going to keep on saying it over and over and over and over until you get it in your head. Filipinos aren't going to ask you for money. They're not going to do it. There's an unspoken agreement, though. Okay? Uh, if you got a woman asking you for money, it's time to move on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one of
this
the
is
biggest flags there is.
yeah, this is true right here. Long distance relationships are usually fairy tales. I wouldn't do it. It's torture.
I
It's
can't do it.
torture. Why would you put yourself through that? And it's worse after you've already consummated the relationship. You
Yeah.
got real good, you got real feelings involved now, and she's 8,000 miles away. Why would you put yourself through that? And then, okay, you come over
Hell
here,
no.
you go for 2 weeks, you cool the fire down, only to have to leave again and start that torture all over again.
You hear that, babe? LDR is a fairy tale. That's all that is. Yeah, I
That's
met your
all it
ass
is.
on a bicycle. God damn it. Hell yeah.
I've never chatted over 2 weeks, and I'll never chat over 2 weeks. I wish I wouldn't
Mm.
have chatted. If I'd have knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have chatted over one day.
Nope. Hell no. And especially when it comes to the online stuff, you just don't know who the hell is on the other side. You just don't know,
Yeah,
bro.
you don't know, man. It's just too many. And then even though over here things move in such slow motion that you can see the crime
Yeah.
being committed and you can
In the
stop it
world.
at any time along the route, they
Yeah, yeah.
still try to play the games, man. And the biggest one is to get you to fall in love
Uh,
first because men are going to fall in love first. And that's when they got you. Hey, Jeffrey Taylor, thanks for that super chat. He said, "What's up, Calvin, Rudy, and Texas Zoe? Shout out from Okinawa."
yeah,
Uh,
he's not far from here at all.
Let me ask you something,
Nice.
Rudy. What made you start sending women money? Did they ask you, or you just said you were just being a good guy and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna send money"?
Yeah,
Be honest. Don't sugarcoat it.
no, I just when they start telling me their stories and so forth like that, because I decided when it was time, then I asked them, "Do you actually need help with that?" And I go, then of course they say no at first, and then later on, if they say yes,
Of course.
or they say, "Well, if you can send, I mean, if you want to, you can," and then that's when I started.
Yeah, Rudy's
Yeah,
got a
but
very
you know,
generous heart, man. Rudy is a very generous man, and everything, and
but see,
it's
that's
one of them
what they
things where
play
beside
on.
him.
That's what they play on, Texas. Americans are generous. We're generous. We're kind-hearted,
Yeah, yeah.
and they play
And but
on
you
that.
know,
Okay,
like I said, at
like
the end of
people
the day,
think,
once they get here, they'll know that they'll see the light, bro. Once they're here, and you know we are here to help these guys. You know what I'm saying? And no big deal, man. It is what it is, and then you do them things like that, and you move on and stuff like that, and you good to go. And but you know, in certain cases, if there are some true emergencies and everything, even I myself certainly help my wife's family. Sure.
yeah, but see, a lot of times we don't get the real horror stories. We only
Yeah.
get the lukewarm story. There's some horror stories over here that I've discovered.
See,
A guy,
that's why
okay,
Rudy
a guy,
ain't making moves anymore until he's over here. That's what he said. He's gonna come to
yeah,
Philippine.
right.
Rudy about to invade Davao, and I'm gonna be his driver. I'm gonna drive Rudy all over the place, and we're gonna hook him up. We're gonna hook Rudy up, bro.
Okay, a guy, he gives his girl 300,000 to buy land. 300,000 pesos to buy land. Of course, she don't buy the land. She takes another foreigner out on a date, pays all the expenses, and then has a Filipino boyfriend in his house while he's not there. And just there's some horror stories over here, guys. Okay, um, one guy, his wife cheated him. Okay, he married her. They went to the United States. They retired in the United States, moved back here, bought a house, bought a car. She cheated him out of both of them, right? But the problem was she ended up dying before he did. And he said that was karma. And that's when the hustle backfires. When the young lady marries the old man because she thinks, and then she dies first. I guess, it can't get any worse than that.
Yeah.
He says, "Are you going to be able to get back from Cebu?" Yeah. I'm not going to Cebu City. I'm going to Naga City, which is right outside. It's about, uh, I would say, it's about 45 minutes. That's only because of traffic. I'm going to go on the outskirts of Cebu. I'm not going in Cebu City. My son lives in Naga City. He lives in Lanas up in the mountains. It's actually closer to San Carlos than you have to go through there to get to Cebu City. But no, I'm not going anywhere near Cebu City.
Hey, Calvin, Texas, I gotta go and pick up my son, so I gotta get off.
Hey, take care. We've got about 5 minutes, and I'm off here too.
Have a safe drive, Rudy.
Thank you. See you then.
See you later,
Bye
bro.
bye.
Yeah. Before we get off here, I just want to thank everybody for your super chat, super thick stickers, thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders. Um, Jeffrey Hood says, talking to a married woman the last 5 months. She's a great woman, intelligence, province, farm girl from Bacala with a 10-year-old daughter. She impresses me. Yes,
Wow.
to each his own, man. Um, and that's it's
Yeah.
really what it's going to boil down to. Of course, nobody's going to think that they're going to be. We all think we're the exception. I try to tell you that there's no exception to the rule. You're going to pay anyway, so you might as well pay when you get here.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, and like I said, because um, now were you giving? You surely wasn't giving her $1,000 a month before you met her. See, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking
A lot of
about
money, man.
We're not talking about what you're talking about, Phil Hine News. We're talking about meeting a woman online that we've never met before and giving her $1,000 per month. I know you didn't do that. Now, maybe before you got married, that's a different story, but met her, you've already got a serious relationship, and it's
Yeah,
legitimate. Then
on
why
the
not
flip,
help her? There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that. We're talking about strangers, though.
Yeah, on the flip side, he's talking about giving her $1,000 a month before they got married. So on the like I said, on the flip side, if she received all those funding and stayed true and stayed tracking with him, that's then he's found him a good one. I mean, that's usually, man, $1,000, couple of those $1,000, receiving on the receiving end, them females will just disappear if anything, bro. So he's got him a good one, man. If she stuck around after all that money, man, that's a life changer over here, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But remember, man, Filipinos, they're approachable, they're nice, they're friendly, but guess what? They're smart. She's not
Yeah,
gonna give that up, Texas Azoy. If
yeah,
he's spending 1,000 before he gets married, like what
yeah,
in the world? I've got me a good one. I'm gonna hold
yeah.
on to it.
But
The
that's what
guy
I'm
said,
saying, bro.
he said,
So
take
so
care,
that's what I'm
Rudy.
saying. She wasn't just milking this dude, man. She stuck around, and it sounded to me like it worked out, and they got married after all, and everything is fine. So that's one of the few
Yeah, but I'm
exceptions
saying
of the
she's
rule
not
right there, bro.
stupid. She's
Yeah,
not stupid.
yeah,
She's
eh,
smart to
yeah.
hang around and say,
Well,
I
that's what
got a guy. I've got a guy that's giving me more money than the doctor that gives me my checkup every month.
yeah,
I'm gonna hold on to him,
yeah,
and all I got to do is, the wifely things, that
yeah.
he's
So
gonna
that's
do
what
anyway.
I'm
They said
saying, man. On
Rudy's
that
going
particular
to
case,
Western Union.
it's good that it worked out for them. Is what I'm saying. In that particular case, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah,
And
that's a lot of money over here.
And even our good friend Daryl Fulmore is a $1,000 contributor. That's a lot of money, Daryl, but it's going to a good cause. So hopefully it'll work out and help them a lot right there. You're a very generous man.
But I'm saying this: what kind of lifestyle was she living that he would need to send her 50,000 pesos a month? I mean, where was she? Where was? Who was this lady when you met her?
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying, but damn,
Bill Ellis.
$1,000 a month? Who needs that over here?
A lot of
He
money,
could have
dude.
sent her, hell, a third of that. No, I'm not going to no matchmaking because I don't think it's legal. First of all, but
And you consider
would I introduce somebody? Absolutely, I would, Earl. If I
I'll do the
knew,
same, yeah.
I would.
But then, yeah, the notion that you're gonna have a business, you provide courtships and everything to these foreigners and everything like that. That's the quickest way to go to get in trouble over here, bro.
Yeah. Now, Daryl, you said your wife, you were
Yeah,
giving your wife a
yeah.
thousand. That's a totally different story. Uh, to help support her sister on dialysis and rental apartment.
That, that's
It's just up to look. Some of you guys, Daryl included, y'all are immensely successful. This it's nothing I can tell you about your money. You probably are better at managing money than me. I'm just saying the odds, though, you beat the odds, man. You playing with fire when you send that kind of money. Uh,
Yeah, because for the most part, that kind of money will corrupt a typical Filipina. That's right.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah,
That's a lot of money. Could
yeah.
she ever imagine earning that kind of money on her job? 50,000 a month?
Oh, Daryl is saying that she wasn't even his wife at the time when he was sending her $1,000 a month. Wow, wow.
Yeah, but like I said, Daryl, he's successful. How can I tell Daryl what to do with his money? I'm saying,
Yeah, he's
you were very fortunate, though. I'm saying that it
yeah,
did work out because, man, it's a lot of money over here. Any way you look at it, I
yeah.
don't care who you are. $1,000 a month over here is a lot of money.
Yeah,
Uh,
if you have a female that's able to manage that kind of amount and not just mess fuck it away, that's a keeper. That's just a keeper. Certainly.
yeah, because that's an investment, really. I don't know if that's really helping. I think
Oh
that's
my god,
investing. That's an investment because
that
see,
damn
look,
it's
if I'm
Earl
sending a
Simmons, man.
woman, I don't care what the situation is. If I'm sending a woman $1,000 a month, it's gonna work out. There ain't gonna be no other choice, Texas Zoe. It's gonna
Yeah,
work out.
yeah. I mean,
There's not
that's a
gonna
lot
be
of commitment
this
right
is
there, bro.
gonna
Before
work
you even
out.
marry the female. Yeah, that's right. But
It's gonna work out.
Barry is saying she'll have to show me a lot of coconuts for $1,000 a month. And in my opinion, you better show me a couple of hectares of coconut for that kind of money. Damn it!
Well, Jill said she better be wearing a body camera.
We got some big ballers and big timers over here, bro. Damn.
Yeah, but trust. How do you trust somebody online, though, Eric Brown? That's all I'm saying. It's the
You know,
difference after you meet them. It's the difference after you meet them, and yeah, they gotta earn your trust. I mean, these guys are sending this money like right away. Really, they haven't told me how much time passed before they start giving them that money. That would say a lot too.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it anyway, Orchid Kid. I wouldn't do it. But would I introduce somebody? Yeah, I would. I would introduce somebody because my girlfriend's got a lot of nice friends, man, and they're legitimate. She's got one friend. She's a widow, and yeah, she's a knockout, man. She works out all the time, and I think she's like 38 or 39. I'd introduce one of y'all to her. If she would be willing, but as far as setting up or like something like that AFA thing, no, I wouldn't do that.
Nah, that's too
I
much
have to sleep at night. I have to sleep
tomfoolery
at
there,
night.
bro.
Yeah.
all Lovelechon cares about is the damn roasted pig. She goes, I could buy 5 a week with that kind of dough. Shit, I love lechon, man. She,
Ted S says it's true that women in Philippines prefer much older men. Not really. Filipinos are not from outer space. Now, do they prefer much older foreign men? Yeah, the ones that do, because they know that young men are full of games. And remember, a woman matures faster than a man, physically and mentally. I had 4 daughters, man, and they would bring their little boyfriends over. My daughter was 16 and she brought her little boyfriend over. He was 16. I'm like, she was much older than him, physically and mentally, and it keeps on going to a certain stage. So yeah, a woman here 25, really a man 25 doesn't have a whole lot to
you know,
offer.
ironically, the 2 white men that I know over here that are my neighbors. How old George? George is old, right, babe? George, he's like in his 60s, and his wife is also in his 60s. So they both have older women that they married too. So it's kind of a exception to the rule.
Yes, very few. Usually the
Yeah,
ones
very
that
few.
I
Yeah,
meet over here, the foreigners that I meet that have older wives,
yeah,
they've been with them for a long time. They usually met when they were in the service, and they just
yeah.
stayed with them. Um, but normally, they go low. I mean, because we can, and we're men. We go by what we see. I don't want an old woman that wears diapers and all that old stuff. Because the old woman gets 60, she's wearing diapers, man. I don't want a woman that's wearing diapers and all that old foolish, crazy stuff. taking more medications and all of that. Because I'm not on any medication. That's just how it is, man. And like I said, y'all gonna beat me over the head. I don't care. This is my life. I'm 58. I want what I want now. Yeah, I've been appeasing you guys for years. My whole life, I was doing stuff based on what other people think. Not anymore. Okay. Yeah. He said, "Dang, $1,000 is a lot. If she's good with money, she should own land and be building a house." Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
a lot of money over here. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Her husband's on the side saying, "Don't show him too much. Save some for me." Okay, he said we had met in person and been talking for 6 months before I sent 1,000. Yeah, that was a good investment on your part, Daryl. I'm not getting on your case, man. Yeah, yeah. Uh, he said 1,000 a month. That's a hell of a game in the Philippines or anywhere. Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's like, okay, if you give somebody $1,000 a month, if you just walk up on the typical Filipino who a good job is $250 a month, about 12,500 pesos a month, and you give them $1,000, it's like you walking up on a person in America and giving them $15,000 or $20,000. It's that same type of money. It's like you giving somebody 15 or 20,000 over there.
Yeah.
It's what 1,000 is
That's a
over
lot
here,
of.
and you giving it to them on a monthly basis. Hell, y'all got lucky, man. I tell you.
Yeah, because that kind of money is enough to support a full family over here, bro. You know.
Man, that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money, dude. I have to keep saying it. Mulano says, "When am I leaving the Philippines?" But I have a year extension that I didn't even know I had. That JRC consultancy, they hooked me up, man. They said, "Yeah, you came over here on a Balikbayan visa. Your first year didn't count." I knew it. I knew I didn't have to pay any visa fees, but I didn't know that it didn't count at all. So my 36 months actually started after that first year at Texas Azoy. I was happy as hell.
Yeah,
That
yeah. So
was
you have another whole year that you didn't even use. That's right.
yeah, that I didn't know I had. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
It's
have to
good.
go anywhere.
That's a
Yeah,
relief, bro.
Paul
That's a
Smith.
relief. Yeah.
Uh, actually, Texas Azoy said a woman of 60. Yeah. Said his friend has a woman. They're both 60, right, Texas?
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, that's a lot of money, man. Yeah, he said, "Oh, Cal's not going anywhere. He in the sweet Ube spot." Yeah, right now, man. I tell you, I could have cried. I wanted to cry, man. I couldn't believe it. You know how you so it was like hitting the lottery, really, for me. When that lady came back and told me that, I said, I made her say it again. I acted like I didn't hear her. I said, "What'd you say?" And she went through the whole thing again. She said, "Yeah, you got a whole other year. Your visa's not up until December 2022. I like to fell off. I like to fell out of that chair, man. And that's a fact. I was so happy, man. That little 5-hour bus trip on to Davao was nothing going back. I was on cloud nine, man.
Yeah. You felt. I bet you felt a lot lighter then at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving financial support, Eric. That's not what I'm saying. You should take care of your woman. We're talking about strangers. But even if it's your woman and she's in the Philippines, I don't think $1,000, that's too much, in my opinion. You know, that's a lot of money over here, man. Uh,
Yeah, for that duration of time and that kind of amount of money, when the foreigner does get over here, there better be a nice house waiting for him.
yeah, you're gonna corrupt
Yeah,
somebody when you give them that kind of money.
yeah,
She may start using drugs or something. Because that's more money than you could ever imagine having. Um, you know how stupid. Imagine, okay, if you're earning in America, let's say $5,000 a month, then all of a sudden you come into work and they say, well, you know, Calvin, we're gonna give you a raise. Now we're gonna bump you up to 50,000 a month. I'm gonna be doing all kind of crazy stuff, and that's what you're gonna do with this girl when you sending her 1,000 a month, man. She's gonna be doing all kind of stuff. Her flip flops are gonna have flip flops, and she's gonna be wearing all kind of stuff. You know, some guy asked me. He said, "Hey, uh, I'm thinking about buying my girlfriend the new iPhone. I think it was an iPhone 11 or 12 when it came out, a few months ago." Uh, he said, "Do you think spending $1,100 for a phone is too much for the Filipina?" I said, "Well, have you met her? Is it your wife?" He said, "No, I've never met her before." And I was like, "That phone is going to cost more than her house. Why would you do that? Rethink that. What you could do is buy her a nice phone for about 6 or 7 or 8,000 pesos.
yeah.
That's more like it. Don't spend 60,000 pesos for a phone."
And and even for that price, 8,000 pesos. That's a good phone. It's not a joke. It's a good phone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good phone. Yeah. Milano, the travel blogger, thanks for that super chat. He said, "Calvin, I see your blessings have been brought to you. I'm very happy that you're staying. Let me bless you with this, brother. Keep up the good work." Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm so happy, man, because me and my girlfriend, we were talking about that this morning with this armor crying, hyped up like it is, and just going crazy. She said, "See, if you'd have left, you'd have never been able to get back in here." And I said, "I don't even want to think about that. It didn't happen. I'm here." Because they like to talk like that. I don't talk about that. It didn't happen. But we were just talking about that at the kitchen uh, table this morning. If I'd have left her, there's no telling when I was going to get back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he said lose jobs left and right on whoever. Yeah.
God. Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
damn
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, I'm talking about being sensible. Um,
Oh,
and
fuck.
see, this is something I'm telling you from experience because I didn't know. I had the same type of thinking that y'all did, the guys who never been over here before did. I remember I gave my son's mother 25,000,
Put the
and
top on.
man, she 25,000 pesos.
The camera
You
back.
know, uh, and oh man, you should have saw the look in her eye. Her whole demeanor changed. It was like she had never had that kind of money at one time before. It was like me giving somebody in America $25,000. It was the same thing. I mean, she was really happy. But yeah, guys, I got to get off here. Thanks, Texas, man. We have to do this again. Um, I appreciate everything again, guys. Super chat, super stickers, thumbs up, all your support. I'm going to Cebu in the morning. I'm gonna make a video from up in the mountains showing everybody the destruction. We're gonna go over the plans with the construction workers tomorrow and let them know what I expect.
Yeah.
We're gonna spend 50,000 pesos. See, 1,000 is gonna build a house up there, Texas is on, but
Yeah, I
only
see that.
1,000, not 1,000 a month.
Yeah.
And we're
One
gonna go on.
thousand dollars, 50,000 pesos at one time. Yeah, that's the whole construction of the house.
Yeah,
Hey man, I
of the
just wanted
house.
to say, I'm saying that I really appreciate being here and everything, bro, and have a safe trip. And
Yeah.
and I want you to know, man, that like I said, from here on out, it's been good to be here, bro, and I really appreciate everything that you do, and especially for people over there, and and it is what it is, and I'm glad to be back here, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. But okay, guys, take care, stay safe, stay COVID free.
I'll see you later.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be on tomorrow with John, because I'm probably gonna be in transit to Cebu. But as soon as I can get situated there, maybe I'll bring John on. Okay, everybody, take care.